What's up, you guys? Hey, what's up? Welcome, everybody, back to another Friday hang with the Honor Society. Let's watch Avatar Party. We're back this week. We've got the Honor Society, of course, it's me, Jesten, and Brigitte, and special guests this week. We have Olivia, Miss Ty Lee. We have
Hi.
Toph on her birthday week, Miss Michaela Murphy, and we have director extraordinaire Giancarlo Volpe. And Jack's coming in a bit. He's gonna be a little late, you know. Jack's coming.
Classic.
So y'all out there going,
Excellent
where's
Jack
Jack?
time.
Jack is coming. But we're back. How you guys doing? How was your week? Birthday week, Miss Michaela.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank
you. It was good. I mean, my birthday present was last week's stream, so
Yes.
I feel good.
Oh yeah, her
I'm
birthday was
psyched
the
up.
Blind Bandit last week, Giancarlo. So we had a whole talk.
I'm bummed I missed that one.
It's such a
It's
great
fantastic.
episode, and it's such a great introduction to Toph. And
Yeah.
we told her the backstory about you guys liking her voice from like when she did it
Oh, yes.
originally, and actually Michaela said you didn't know that story.
No, I didn't.
Did you
Or
not
maybe-
know that?
No, I mean, unless somebody told me when I was like 12, and I just did not
Right.
process it.
You were like, yeah. You like
I was
something
like,
else
sure,
I did. Now I'm back.
Yeah. No, but that was so cool. I was like, oh, I feel that's so kind, even though it's like a decade ago, but it still feels just
It's great
as
when
good as it
anyone
happened.
likes you and wants to rehire you. You're like, thank you,
Yes.
Hollywood gods. Thank you,
That
Hollywood
is-
They like
gods.
They like me. They really,
They really like me. And if you guys out there, everyone tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Also remember that we are raising money for COVID as always. We actually we finished the 10,000 raise with a new thing with COVID, and we're at 7,000 last week, which is great. And we have a lot of
Nice.
incentives going on. Bridget, what you want to talk about?
So, if you want to donate $10, we will take a sip of our drinks and we will cheers to you. If you want to donate $75, you'll get a personalized video message. And if you want to donate $100, we will take a shot for you.
And
And
also,
then-
there's the nations. Where are the nations at? You can just support your nation or element.
Fire Nation needs help. Fire Nation needs help.
Where we at?
So, all right, guys.
Fire
Earth
Nation
is
came back
obviously
strong
the-
last week for a second.
Yeah, Fire Nation did do really well last week, but Earth is first because
Hey.
they're at
With how much?
2264.
Oh my goodness, Earth is
Yeah.
that's
killing it.
that's great. Where's the other places at?
So it looks like water is still in second with 1542, and then fire is in third with 1515, and air we're last at 1458.
Okay, I'm proud of you.
Oh.
I'm proud of you, Fire Nation. Of course, last week was all about Earth Tribe, Earth Nation, Earth Kingdom because of Miss Blind Bandit. But check this out. Fire Nation has come back strong. This is the Honor Society stream. What's going on here?
It's Honor Society is not strictly fire, okay?
Yeah, I think there's honor for all.
It's led by
Yeah.
the Fire Nation, though.
to redeem
Well,
to
clearly
redeem
not.
Zuko's honor.
You gotta redeem Zuko's
gotta get
honor.
more fire.
Yes.
But I'm very proud of everybody out there for supporting their elements. We're doing pretty good. That's doing great.
Yeah.
Dante,
We gotta balance them all out. We gotta balance it.
Yeah,
What'd you
but
say?
Jack wants
Is your
everybody,
birthday
all
next
of them.
week?
My birthday's
Yeah.
next Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
Wow.
All right, well that's
Yeah.
gonna be a fun week.
Yeah, that could.
Oh,
be,
yeah.
Yeah, that's gotta be a
Okay.
Fire Nation week. But you know,
Alright.
it makes sense because Earth Kingdom is such a big part of the whole world. I mean, landmass wise and population wise, Giancarlo, they gotta outnumber everybody, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
Yes.
put together.
it's a lot of us.
I think
It's
I
like
think that is
China.
true.
It's just like everyone else in
Yeah,
the world put together
it's-
is still the same population.
yes.
The
Earth
Earth
Nation
Nation's
is by
just
far
a
the
s-
biggest.
It's
The
just a
three
solid
winners-
foundation.
Of last week, I just want to do a quick shout out to Valerie, Hayden, and Aliyah. I think I'm saying that correctly. It might be Aaliyah or Aliyah, but they were the three winners from all the people who donated, and pictures are on their way. I think Hayden lived in Australia, so that's
Oh my
exciting.
goodness! Shout out to
Very,
Aiden.
very
Shout out to
fun,
Australia.
right?
You know,
We love
we don't
that.
do that enough. We don't know like where's everybody watching from.
Right?
Throw it in the chat. We'll
Oh,
shout
yeah.
you guys out because
Yeah.
it's always interesting to see. We're here because we're all basically based in LA except for Miss Jessie Flowers is on the East Coast right now, but she's really an LA girl. Like don't
I am.
don't
am.
get it twisted. So we got the Bay Area, we got Chile, we got Singapore, we got Niagara Falls, we got NYC. Oh my God, we got Peoria,
Qatar.
Illinois, we got
Qatar.
Boston, Montreal, Canada. What's up? Wow,
Oh,
Oklahoma,
Australia,
Sweden.
Texas,
Albania.
Oakland. Nova Scotia.
Netherlands. Oh my God, Connecticut, Chicago. What's up? Philly. What's up? What's it going on? Massachusetts, the
Belgium.
Philippines, Central,
Mexico.
and
Nice.
you. I don't even know what that means, but no, Central New Jersey. It's going by so fast I can barely read.
Ireland.
Ireland,
Kosovo.
Oh my God.
Minnesota.
Hey.
This is pretty cool. I mean, that's one of the
Yeah,
coolest
this is
things
amazing.
Yeah.
when you stream to see where people are calling in from or
Arkansas.
watching in from. It's like
Tokyo,
Memphis,
yeah.
Philippines,
Tokyo.
Tokyo, Hawaii. It's your people over there.
Philippines. Philippines.
Hey,
Santa.
sup,
My
white
people.
peeps.
Yeah.
Tokyo, what's up? Ohayou gozaimasu.
Central New York, Texas, Virginia, Peru. It's crazy. And then Gabe is starting to sing the Animaniac song. I see it
I
right
mean,
now.
I mean, that's not actually how it goes, but
Oh my God! Don't be a
That's
stickler,
not-
Bridget. Don't
that's
be a
not what that
stickler.
is. So, but that's not what it is, though. He's just listing states. It's not the nations of the world.
Okay,
song.
okay, okay. Oh, that was Nations of the World. Oh yeah, that's right. That's my bad. So, hey, Puerto Rico, Bossing Say. Shout out to Bossing Say.
Shout out to
Bossing
Boston
said.
Say.
Gothenburg. Anybody know where Gothenburg is at?
Yeah, it's in Sweden.
Yeah.
Thank you for being Miss Smarty Pants there,
You're
Olivia.
welcome.
I had no
Miss
clue. No clue. Fire
You-
Nation.
Our well-traveled expert in the chat.
The
This is all-
Bahamas. You know,
this is
that's
all I
really amazing. It's really amazing. So also today you guys were, as you guys, a lot of you guys know, watching with us, we are watching 2 episodes like every week. And today the 2 episodes are Zuko Alone and The Chase. We'll talk about Zuko Alone first. Giancarlo actually directed The Chase, so it's definitely a pleasure to
Yeah.
have some inside information and memories. And now, now as we're watching the show, Olivia and Michaela are officially in the show now. 'Cause
Yes.
they've been
Yes,
watching
that's
the
right.
episodes without them in it, but now their characters are very steeped in it. The Mean Girls are chasing everybody else. The Blind Bandits officially part of the gang. You left already, right? Yeah, she left. She
Yeah.
rolled out.
I'll get you too.
She
did
gonna get me. She
so-
got her.
Mhm.
She
Yeah.
got her henchmen going to find her, and Zuko's not a part of the gang yet. Zuko's in turmoil, inner turmoil. What's going on today? I do remember
He's
the
on his
episode.
own.
I remember
He's
it being an
alone.
emotional episode. He left his uncle. I
Yep.
believe when I did this episode, I remember. I think I was in Toronto, doing this via whatever that link is called, and I was in the middle of shooting Take the Lead, and I was leaving the set every week to do the show. And I think I told the story before. It's like Antonio Banderas. It's a movie, Take the Lead. For you guys don't know, I did this movie called Take the Lead with Antonio Banderas. Posters right there. And I kept leaving the set on Thursdays, right? And then Antonio's like, where are you, Dante? Where are you going? And I'm like, I'm doing a cartoon for Nickelodeon. I just, we do once a week. He goes, oh, you're a voice. He's like, his eyes brightened up. He's like, oh, you're a voice actor. He goes, we're voice actors. Me and you were voice actors. I'm like, oh yeah, you're. I know
love
you're
that.
Puss in Boots. Yeah, me and you, Antonio, we're voice actors. Then he proceeded to tell me how much he was making on Shrek, and I realized we weren't the same kind of voice actors. I was like,
No.
he's like, can you believe? I was like, I can't believe that, Antonio. For 2 days of work, I can't believe that. And
It hurts.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It hurts.
I'm a
If
fan.
only we all got paid the same. Just everyone.
Right.
Everyone who works
But I
in
love
the
that
business.
that Antonio looked at me and he just was like, you and me, we are voice actors together.
Yes.
We
We shared a bond.
Yes, Antonio, we're the same thing, I guess.
He said, Zuko, you are no longer alone.
You're no longer alone. I said, Zuko and Puss in Boots would be a good tag team duo. We would be able to take
That
out.
would be something.
We'd
Yes.
be taking out a lot of people. We could
a
put.
lot of attitude. A lot of attitude in that.
Need a little DreamWorks Nickelodeon crossover.
Right? Will that ever happen? We don't know. So Jack, like I said, Jack is gonna come and join us shortly.
Nice.
But anybody, what's going on? Everyone want to say anything before we start the episode? Anything you want to say about the episode, Giancarlo? Or
Oh, can
or
I just
Brigitte,
get
yeah.
something out of the way really quick?
Yeah.
I've never officially met Michaela.
what?
I don't think so. Because I'm trying to remember. Because I'll tell you just a quick story about voice acting versus the directors. Is a lot of times you guys are brought in and the co-creators, Mike and Brian, will direct. Andrea Romano will direct in some
Right.
cases, like the head writer or something. But the
Right.
directors are often like in another floor,
Right.
busy drawing nonstop. So it's a new pleasure for me to meet you guys sometimes. So
You
in
never
this
were.
case,
You were never in
15
the
years
booth.
after the case.
Wow.
You were never in the booth
So-
with Mike O'Brien. I kind of swore you were there. I mean, Aaron was there for sure. I remember
I
seeing
had,
Aaron
but
there
I
a few
don't
times.
think that Michaela
One of
was.
the episodes?
I don't know that you were there, and you might have been. Forgive me if my memory.
And she
is
was a
failing
little
me.
girl. You know,
Yeah.
children. You know, children.
But we
just-
we chatted briefly online, but now I feel a little more.
I'm
like,
used to seeing your face and your name everywhere, so I'm like, of course I've met you. But now I'm like, oh, I don't actually know if I've ever had like a kind of face-to-face conversation.
And it's been 15 years. Like I hadn't seen Michaela in so long. Last time I saw her, she literally was a little girl.
Yeah.
yes,
And then
which is,
then we hung out in New York, and I was like, oh my god, you're a real person right now.
I'm a woman.
You're a woman.
yes. I'm a lot grayer than I was back then.
I am too. I am
So
also. It's been
I
15
cover my
years,
color.
Giancarlo. It's been 15
It's-
years.
Yeah,
That's not like no time. That's like some real time.
that's real
Yeah.
time.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a whole
So
teenager.
it's I'm great. I'm glad you guys are meeting each other virtually
Yeah.
face to face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know,
Good.
for the record, it was a similar thing with Olivia too, where I don't believe we were in the booth together until
Probably never. No.
yeah.
Did they just not want you guys there? Was that just kind of the thing?
I think it's an efficiency thing. Like they need us to be like doing the drawing. And
I will say there's nothing worse when you're a voice actor and you do your line and then the voice director turns around
Oh, yo,
to 10 writers
yo,
and you
Yes.
in mute,
and
in
you
mute.
know, like, why does everyone hate this line that was only
Yes.
3 words? And why are we taking a half an hour to work on it?
Yeah, for everybody out there, you don't realize that's how it goes. The actors
Yeah.
are in the booth, and there's the glass, and there's the engineer and the producers and director and whatnot. And then you do some lines, and then they go, "Okay, thank you. Hold on 1 second." And then they put you on mute, and we're just in the room, and then you just see all these heads turn toward each other, and God knows what the hell they're saying. And in your mind, as the the actor that's very sensitive and vulnerable, you're in your mind, you're thinking they're saying that was horrible, that's the shittiest shit I've ever heard in my all day long. What are they doing? And,
Oh my God.
I
and
think
then
this
they're
is-
like, that was
this is-
good.
Yeah, this is what we're actually saying. Did you have the Philly cheesesteak? Because I have acid reflux. It's pretty bad. Does anyone have like the Pepto-Bismol or something?
It could
Oh
be,
yeah, and
it could
take
be
two is good.
anxious.
Take two. We like take two.
Take two.
We really love when you guys direct us while you're eating lunch. Also, like,
Oh,
that's
God.
that's always great.
But we were talking about this the last time I was on here. So a lot of voice records, almost all of them, right, are heavily catered to be this big plate of like lunch meats and cheeses and fruits and vegetables and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I never see the actors eat.
Well, you guys
And I
don't
finally
offer it to
found
us
out.
all the time.
I
Also,
finally
it
found
makes
out.
the voices sound weird.
Well, that is what I thought it was. I thought
Yeah.
it was like you don't want a bunch of junk in your mouth.
No.
But
And
apparently, no one knew that they were welcome to eat it. So we always assumed that it was for the actors, and we weren't supposed to have any. And the actors assumed
The
it was for the
communication,
directors.
it was breaking
Yeah,
down
that's
there.
sad, man.
I
All
would
that good food.
no.
So-
When I saw cookies, I always asked for a cookie. Always.
Yes.
And red vines. If there's
I
red
thought I was
vines,
like-
I'm always like, can I get some red vines or cookies?
The
What's
red
up with
vines
that?
and the popcorn. I was a big fan of the popcorn from
Yeah.
like when I had it in the kitchen whenever it was fresh. But I thought like you weren't really supposed to ask for snacks, so I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, I'll just like run over here and grab.
I always
some, and
felt like
then-
I was stealing the popcorn, and I always felt like I was stealing like the soda
Same.
machine. It's like, I'm gonna go.
Oh my
Is this
God.
7-Eleven AM PM? Because I'm stealing this. I ain't paying nobody
Yeah.
for this.
Dang.
Nobody.
I would
Um,
always ask for. I love food too much. Where I'm like, hey, this is just sitting here, man. Is this what's happening with it?
You come,
We
I'm,
getting
I'm
this?
coming in for like 2 lines and stealing a sandwich and rolling out.
Yeah, dude.
That's the play
It's
right
not-
there.
Because a lot of that food gets thrown away.
I was thinking about that. You know, the best thing, you guys out there, when you're voice acting, you as a voice actor, you get paid the same whether you have 1,000 lines the episode or like 1 line.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
best days when you come and roll in, the whole crew's there, but you only got 1 or 2 lines. So you come in and you're like, hey, what's up, Jack? What's up, May? How y'all doing? Oh yeah, can we get Dante in and out here? And then you go in and you work for like 10 minutes.
And you
and then-
go, honor!
You say honor, and then you say on the way out, you're like, hey, can I grab a cookie? And they're like, yeah. And then you grab a cookie and you're out.
Yes.
And the rest of your day is
The
free.
best.
Living the dream.
They said you earned
That's
your
what's up.
paycheck this
That's what's
episode,
up.
though, Dante.
What?
This episode, though, you earned
No,
your
this
paycheck.
episode I was
Yeah,
probably in
yeah.
the booth alone a
Yeah.
lot, just doing my thing.
Yeah.
So let's start. Jack's gonna pop in whenever he pops in, and let's go for it. Let's start watching it.
Do it.
This is one of I don't know. I'm sure you guys can put out there the rating. You guys been doing ratings of episodes lately, but this is one of the higher rated episodes, and people are excited about Zuko Alone. They like the drama. Are you guys ready to go?
Push
Yeah.
play.
3,
Oh, yeah.
2, 1, go. Here we go. It's going. Oh no, I messed up.
Skateboard man.
Okay, no, I'm not. I messed up. I'm behind.
Oh.
I was on. It just started the episode. Okay, let's start one more time. What?
All right. Back
Oh, I was
to
like,
the
okay, everyone restart. Everyone
Restart,
back to the
right.
beginning.
Okay, ready.
Back to one. Back to one.
Back
And
to
while we're here, you can donate $2.50 to join the Zoom call.
Oh, there's
yes.
another one. Yes.
You
That
cut
is
me off
crucial.
before I could say that one.
And I'm
nice.
sorry. I don't mean to cut you. 9.5 on IMDb this episode. Ready?
Ooh,
3,
nice.
2, 1, action. Boom. Skateboard
So,
boy.
do you guys see the skateboard? Okay, I see
Yes.
the skateboard
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
All right.
Skateboard half pipe on the
He's always
toilet
there.
paper roll.
He's always there.
I wonder if he's catching any residuals off that.
Dude, he's sponsored now, man.
Yeah.
He went pro in skating, by the way.
He was
Oh,
sitting his
man.
butt on the board. I don't know what tricks he could do like that.
Oh,
So, got to start off from the bottom, you know.
Quick question,
Literally.
Giancarlo. Was the opening sequences was the whole opening sequence the whole duration of the show? Never changed.
Oh
It's a-
yeah, I mean the very first episode was a longer version of this, but then I think the rest of the series it's the exact same thing. We didn't do any Easter eggs where like we snuck in
No
a
Easter
different
egg. So all this
character.
stuff was pre. Well, Azula's the Easter egg because she's when they say fire.
Well, that is true. I mean, but she's in episode 2 of season 1.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. But we don't really know who she is for a while.
Right.
Is this flashbacks? That's flashbacks of the storm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yo, I wonder how many parents, like in the Fire Nation, that witnessed Ozai burn his son go, if you whacked up, you saw what happened to Zuko, I'm going to do that to you.
Yeah.
That's the most
Probably.
gangster thing
No.
ever, right? You're like, damn, if he's
Yeah.
gonna do it to his own son, he don't give two us about you.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, so many parents were like,
Or, like,
oh, I can
use-
do what Ozai did to the prince.
Yeah. Or do like, you know, like the boogeyman situation where like you misbehave, you're going to go to Ozai's.
I love this episode. This episode reminds me of a western. You know, see that
Yeah.
opening shot like
Yeah.
that Clint Eastwood, like I don't know what movie I'm thinking of, like
What's the
Fistful of
name of the
Dollars or
skateboard
something.
You're on, Dante.
It could be any Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah.
What's the name of what?
This animal
So
you're
this-
on.
It's
Bridget
an
would know, I
ostrich
feel.
It's an ostrich horse.
horse.
Ostrich horse. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
A
an ostrich
chocobo.
horse.
Yeah. That's what it's called.
But you know
I
what?
love that
This
they
is
were
a
like
Bertha Lee.
chocobos.
Yeah. So like, we'll call it something else because we can't legally call it chocobos. But
The couple, the secret tunnel couple, right? Or something,
Yes.
right?
Were they?
He was
Yeah.
about to
There's
He was
the,
about to kill
Serpent's
them.
Pass
He was
couple,
about to
but
off
we
the
haven't
secret
technically
tunnel
seen
couple?
Serpent's Pass yet.
Zuko's on
No.
edge. He's about to just take out anybody.
But then he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Well,
This
did
is
he
like
say
his
this?
Wolverine episode. You know, the last Wolverine movie. Just taking
Logan?
people out. Logan,
There
yeah.
you go.
good movie.
I love those giant coins.
I was in Asia recently, and that hat that Zuko's wearing, they were like had them, and I was like, should we buy these hats? Me and my producing partner were like, I don't know. I don't know if we can buy. I don't know if we can rock those hats. A, I don't know if that's appropriate in culture, and B, I don't know if it's gonna look good on my head. But maybe.
Did you
I
at
don't
least
think you
try
can.
one?
I don't know so much about Ron.
Yeah, Ron said the same thing. It's like you can get away with it for sure. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I've had that hat when I was in Hawaii.
But what about
It's
while
just-
you're in the place and you need shade on your
Yeah.
head?
No, for sure. You
on the
sure
beach.
can, but,
Okay, but like,
but you
if
can't
you're
take it.
Don't bring it
As
home
someone
and rock
as-
around LA.
someone who's been to Vietnam, though, when you see white people in Vietnam wearing those hats, you just shake your head. You're just like, gringos, man.
I
don't
feel
know.
you. I feel
I
you.
don't know.
But
It just
but
doesn't
guess
feel
There's
what?
African
Doesn't
hats that
feel
are
right.
like that though. Like,
But guess
I've
what?
seen
It knocked out the
Doesn't
shade,
feel right.
and those countries are so damn hot, and you just want to get that shade,
You know
that
what?
sun
Buy
off
a
your
wide
face.
brim hat. Buy a wide brimmed hat.
Yep.
It ain't. It's not a good look. Not a good no.
Yo, this is totally a Western episode.
This is a
Yes.
western, right?
It is.
That,
Yeah.
guy, that guy also sounds like he's from Australia.
We were definitely on some Western influence. Even the next episode too. I remember there was a stretch there, and in the animatics we were cutting in. Sometimes we cut in temp music. So before Jeremy would do his beautiful music pass, we would just borrow soundtracks from movies. So I was cutting in a ton of like Ennio Morricone in The Chase.
Nice.
And I'm sure there was something like that on this episode too.
Nice.
Got those Thor hammers.
It is good to help with editing and stuff like that.
You got those baby.
That is a Thor hammer. I like the Thor hammer in movies, and I see it in cartoons for years. I love Thor growing up, but it's not really a great weapon in a fight.
That's that brute force, dude.
I mean, yeah, but you could dodge it. I would definitely take a sword over a hammer. I think. You know.
Yeah.
I guess it. Yeah.
Sheep pigs.
Depends on if you're also trying to get some construction done between fights.
Yeah, it depends on what your day job is.
Plus, a big ass heavy hammer on your belt's not gonna be good for your outfit.
But it's a good workout if you think about it. It's like you have much more when you like you be.
It's a CrossFit thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, what's going on? I gotta turn on these subtitles. Yeah, I'm like I don't know no one. I was like, what's going on?
Oh, that's a good idea. The subtitles are a good idea.
Yeah.
I remember the joke on the floor when we were working on this episode. I didn't work on this one, but the rumblings I heard was that, is Zuko alone? He's not really alone. I mean, he's with his family, so but it's hard to do
inside.
Yeah, but it's a family he don't really know too well.
True.
Yeah.
He's alone. He's working on rooftops.
Yeah. Oh, there's that Thor hammer. You got that baby?
There's
Thor hammer.
Thor, he's a baby Thor hammer.
That's a 2-for-1 prop.
He's like, you don't seem like you know what you're doing.
Nope.
That kid actually looks like the character I played, Karate Kid, Giancarlo, in the other project we did together.
I'm gonna make that meme. I'm gonna make it.
That was this.
Yes.
I did another project with Giancarlo called Justice League, and I played this character named Karate Kid, which is a old school 60s, 70s DC character that goes through in the new Justice League. But he looked a lot like that dude.
Who, by the way, speaking of like gringos wearing Asian hats, Karate Kid was a white dude in the comics. So we made him Asian. You made him Asian, right? You can do that. You can do that, future creators. You can change people's ethnicity and make it better.
Dude. Hold on a second. Did Zuko just throw a rock at the duck? Turtle duck?
It was bread, but
it looked like a rock. Oh my god!
That thing did not go down like.
Zuko had
like
some
bread.
darkness as a child. You know, he already can sense the.
How old is Zuko?
15. 16.
No, he's 16.
16, okay.
Yeah. And he wasn't throwing, he said, this is what Azula did to the turtle ducks. He was mimicking Azula.
Oh, well, we all know Azula is a psychotic.
Throw rocks at the ducks, Zuzu.
Exactly.
Awful.
There's Ty Lee. Ty Lee's in the house.
Ty Lee, baby Ty Lee.
Baby
I've
Ty
never
Lee.
seen this episode.
And baby, hold on a second. So they were crew since they were like little girls.
That's yes.
Wow.
Yeah. He doesn't
And that's
pay
when
any
this crush
attention.
started
They go
between May
back.
and you.
So May was crushing on Zuko since she was like hella young.
Yes.
This is the
Crazy.
thing about all this stuff. Like even with Harry Potter and everything, and then you winding up with the girl that you were like crushing on as a little kid. Like when does that ever happen? I don't think I want to be hanging out with any of the little girls I was crushing on back in the day.
I like the character models on Little Them, though. They're cute.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Yes.
Ty
like
Lee
that.
has one outfit, and she's been wearing that outfit since she was 8.
And she kept growing out of it and out of it and out of it. Just got smaller.
And Azula's been a punk ass since day one. Why you keep your friend that's just like torturing you the whole time? Oh my goodness.
You know, guys, we already have a shot.
What?
Oh, yeah?
We have a
What?
shot.
Who are we
an actual,
shooting?
a shot.
A shot?
So-
Okay. We're okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
We're going. Thanks for.
Yeah.
Can we start off with a toast or something? Can we start some toast first?
I mean, I don't have any toasts. I only have shots.
Okay, we'll do a shot. I'm gonna
We're only getting
I'm gonna drink a
glasses.
lot of
There's
this.
Iro.
Young Uncle Iroh before he was
Young
gray.
Iroh. What a vibe.
Oh,
Giancarlo, that was us back when we were doing it. Now look, now Uncle Iroh.
Oh,
There we go.
what's
Cheers. Who we
Uncle
cheersing
Iroh
to? Who we
doing?
cheersing to?
So
We are
this is
shotting
'cause
too.
this is a shot because it's kind of like it's a whole group of people. So
Oh, look.
this is a shot from.
Let me get my
Genocide.
shot glass then. Oh
Go
my
get your
goodness,
shot.
it's a whole
Go get your
serious.
shot. This
Oh, yeah,
goes back to the league stream on Wednesday. So,
Look,
yeah.
it's reverse Zuko Alone. It's everyone but Zuko right now.
Yeah, it's everybody but Zuko.
Also,
right now.
yo, that's like kind of my headband and my hairstyle in that Earth Kingdom doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
Wearing
Little
them high fashion.
Easter egg.
Look how pretty my mom
It
is.
changed a little
Look
bit,
how
though.
pretty my mom was.
Your mom's gorgeous.
Your mom's a babe, Dante.
She was a babe.
I
Who
mean, so
voices
is
mom?
Azula. Azula's just
Jen Cone. She
Yeah.
actually
Oh,
reached
something
out.
really important that if you weren't paying attention, Dante, to know this.
I always
Iroh
pay
was in
attention.
line
Huh?
to be Fire Lord.
Oh,
Iroh
she
was
said.
technically to be Fire Lord.
He was in line and he turned it
Yeah.
down?
Well, you got to
No.
watch to find out.
Who's older?
Iroh is.
It always happens.
And your sister was like, but if Iroh doesn't make it back, does that mean Dad's a Fire Lord?
Oh, then he just took it over, huh? I remember something crazy like that happened.
Yeah. You ready for the shot?
Yeah, who we shooting to?
So this ties back to your league stream on Wednesday. Genocide bought a shot in honor of Maya Fey, Zuko's bikini, and boy Jack, your boy I don't know, your boy M last, your boy, it's a long one. For betting against Dante in league on Wednesday.
We lost.
Yeah,
We
they
kept
were betting
losing,
on-
Jesten.
They were betting on how many times you would die.
Oh, yeah.
And so those are the ones that won the bets.
They got the closest.
Cheers. Honor Society, cheers to you guys.
Salute.
Cheers to you guys.
Chasing it with a peach.
There you go. There you go.
Chasing with that Momo.
The
Chasing with
Momo.
that Momo.
Oh. And then we have Valerie came through that said, "Here's a cheers."
Cheers, Valerie.
Thanks, Valerie.
Thank you, Valerie.
For the sip.
It's hot in LA. We gotta stay hydrated up in here.
Yes. Hydrated.
Hydrated.
So they're way out in the country. How far away from
Gotta keep
Ba
them
Sing
hot,
Se are they
right?
at? What city are they in?
Probably not too far.
They're in the
He's in
country.
middle of nowhere
Do we
right now,
know?
so-
Do we know what
Yeah,
city
don't
this
really
is?
know.
Do we? Yeah, we didn't know. This is like a western town.
This is like Barstow.
It's like
Yeah.
Barstow. If you think it's like
100
Barstow.
years ago.
What's
Yeah.
crazy is between Korra and Airbender. How many years is that, Giancarlo?
How much is it? Like 50 or something?
That's
Because
a
I know
lot.
Aang.
There's a lot of
Aang didn't-
industrial revolution going on in those 50 years. By the time they get
Yes.
back to Korra, they're like, these guys are rocking.
Because Katara's, well, yeah, because Katara's, let's see, her sons are father age, so then Katara is probably what, 40, 60? She's like 60, late 60s.
People
I
are
don't know, they
saying
made her-
70.
They made her look
70?
real old.
Yeah, she might be.
Yeah,
70.
they made
Okay.
Old man
They
Zuko was
made her
pretty
look
old
real
too.
old.
Old man
Yeah,
Zuko
yeah,
was
They made these guys old and
like 8. They
So
look like
probably like
70,
50
80. They look like they're
55
70s.
years later. It's like 55.
Although,
Okay,
you know,
well-
living out in that Avatar world, it's a rough life. You know, it's a lot of
Yeah.
sun. You riding horses and stuff. Your skin is getting leathery real quick.
But you have a hat on.
There's a lot of unpaid
Oh,
overtime.
damn, you're giving him the dagger, dude.
Don't kill nobody with that, kid.
Don't kill nobody.
Never
with
give
that.
up
Made
without
in
a
Earth
fight.
Kingdom.
That's what it's never give up
Other
without a fight.
side.
So
Never
that was
give-
a gift. That was a gift from your uncle, who got it from a general who surrendered when they broke the outer wall, and now you're giving it back to an Earth Kingdom kid.
See, he does have honor. Zuko had honor the whole time, Giancarlo. He's trying to prove his honor. Had
I
honor.
had to find it.
Side
The
note,
honor was
check
all
this out.
inside of him.
In my
Inside
family,
him
my
the whole
my
time.
great uncle, so my cousins were telling me like their dad they found a Japanese dagger when the dad passed away, and they're like, "Where's this from?"
Whoa.
World War II. So my grandfather, the guy's brother, during the whole Philippine Japanese invasion stuff, he got shot by the Japanese, but he survived and during the death march and stuff like that. So the other crew, the rest of the soldiers, went and killed that guy and took his dagger, and the dagger was in.
Jesus. That's
was
a
the-
story.
I know, it's like
Wow.
that's crazy. We were like, they're telling me, I was like, that sounds crazy as hell. They're like, yeah, and we got the dagger. I'm like,
A little bit.
okay, I don't know. It's like it was just in, their dad's shelf. I was like, that's not dagger.
That's
It's
insane.
the little sword. It wasn't the big samurai sword. It was like the little samurai sword.
It's the small one for.
Well, I don't know what
Yeah,
it's called.
shank.
There's a word for
The
that.
shank.
The
What's
shank
that called?
sword.
The
The extra.
shank.
It's called the side piece. It's not the main
Tonto?
piece. It's the side piece.
That's-
Stop it.
Look at little conniving ass Azula, even as a child.
This
And-
is, you know
Never a
what? You're
nice
born
person.
bad. I'm a big believer in like nature versus nurture. Like you can sculpt a kid a little bit, but you're born the way you are.
I also think like the temperament, I don't know how much, but like the temperament of you when you're pregnant probably affects as well. Like if you're like stressed and like angry, I feel like
sounds
that might
good. That sounds like a
you know
real
what I mean?
California situation.
Wakizashi.
just saying.
No, I don't disagree with you, but I also
I agree
think
with you.
if you're a child prodigy at something, especially something that has like physical, like martial arts and firebending, like I think you can be pretty cocky and pretty asshole-ish.
pretty cocky.
But Zuko looking horrible right now. Come on, Zuko, man. Come on, Zuko. You can't let your little sister show you up like this.
Wakizashi.
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 His little fire poofs.
Damn, this is embarrassing. And this is the deal. Like I come from a family of, we're all break dancers. We did martial arts growing up. We did all this stuff, And if you don't show out when it's time to show out, you're in trouble for sure. We all looking at you like, what are you doing? Did we just lose this breakdance battle because your ass messed up on your head spins?
Yeah.
That's not cool, dude.
Yeah.
And I did fail my purple belt in Kanji Kembo one time, and my brother passed, and I felt like crap.
Yikes. So this hits extra
what
close.
belt color are you, Dante?
Huh?
What belt color are you?
I'm orange belt still to this day.
Just like
Purple-
fire. There you go.
Purple belt is where I stopped. I failed at purple belt. I still got an orange belt. I want to go back to my old kung fu studio and get my belt reinstated.
Maybe that's the next stream.
Oh, it's like that's not Ozai. Is that our grandfather? Who's that?
Yeah,
That's your grandpa.
that's your grandpa.
That's old man. Old man. What's does Zuko and Ozai in the family have a last name? Giancarlo. Can you answer that for us?
Good question.
Do they? I can't recall that.
Not
Is-
that we know of.
It's not anywhere. That's old man. Old man.
Azulon.
Azulon,
Azulon.
yeah. It's Fire Lord Azulon.
And we just kind of keep ruling over and over again. There's no elections. There's no.
Yeah, how does that work?
It's
There's
just
no
it's just the
mailboxes
family.
Kings and queens,
in the Fire
yes,
Nation.
forever.
so there's a king of the Earth Kingdom, right? Like so there's Homie, that's the Earth King, and then the Water Tribe doesn't have kings and stuff.
But the Fire Lord is the king.
Fire Lord's the king for
Okay,
sure.
Yeah. And then
But-
the Earth King is the king. And the Northern Water Tribe had because Yue was the princess.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right.
And
Right.
the air temples don't have anyone because they're religious.
They're
Dead.
nomads.
Well,
They might-
was Monk Gyatso sort of like the
Pope?
Dalai Lama?
Dalai Lama,
he-
Pope.
He was
the Pope.
yeah, he was sort of like, but they had like the whole
Oh,
group of elders that they like.
Who's this
spoke
girl?
with.
Right.
Yeah.
Zuko be
Is this
running
where he
into
gets-
girls everywhere. Zuko be running
is
into
this
the
where he
girls.
gets the name Lee?
No,
Is
he
this
already
the-
said. No,
the
he already
name-
said. He already
He's-
said
yeah,
Lee.
he already said that. Yeah, they've already done that.
No, she said Lee just got. She's talking about her husband.
Oh no, he
Yeah.
He's
Doesn't
already.
didn't he
yeah,
already say his
he's
name is
using it-
Lee? He said it like a
Yeah.
few episodes when he first got to the place. He said, "This is Lee and my uncle Mishu."
Mushi.
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 This is straight up a western. This is straight up spaghetti western. I'm gonna
It
get your son back. This is
Yeah.
like,
I also
Believe
just
the
like
kid.
hate humanity in this scene.
Oh yeah, it's
Like
all
really
horrible.
annoying.
Yeah.
Like okay, cool.
and
yeah.
Zuko's hair is finally back to like something cool. You
Yeah.
got,
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
a good length. It's a good length.
it's a good length. It's something you get at a barber shop right now today. You get that look.
Right now.
Give me-
today.
Give me the
He's
Zuko
never-
Alone cut.
Can I get that
He's
Zuko
actually
long
never
cut?
used the
Come
name
with that
before.
picture.
No.
He's only used Junior. Because there was only one episode before where they talked about the name, and it was with the
Wait, is his dad's name Zuko too? No.
His dad's name's Ozai.
No.
Why is he going by
His
Junior?
Iroh was making up names, and he's like, we also call him Junior, but he didn't use
Gotcha.
Lee yet.
Oh, I
So
thought he
does
said,
he get
I thought
Lee
he said I'm
from
Lee.
this
He
kid?
might. I don't know.
He hasn't said his name in this episode either.
I'm gonna tell you something, Justin. I don't know nothing, but it could be. Oh,
Uh-oh.
he's still a gangster though. Look at him.
I think if you guys follow Dean Kelly on Instagram, he posted storyboards from this fight. He's
Oh,
super talented board artist who now works at Pixar.
nice.
Oh, really?
Dean Kelly.
Dean Kelly.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, check out
Drop it
Dean
in the
Kelly's
chat.
work. So many great artists. How many artists does it take to go into one episode, Giancarlo? Do you think? Ballpark.
Oh, man,
Holy work.
Hundreds, right?
Dean Kelly.
Yes, Dean. Yeah.
What would you say?
Man, I don't know. It's a good question. Like, I want to say like 50 or something.
Per episode.
30 to 50. Yeah.
And do those
it's a lot.
Those artists work on every episode for a season? Are they hired for the season?
There's a rotation. So like in my case, I only directed every third episode.
Right.
My team worked on every third episode.
What
So this was-
country did they animate this in, Giancarlo?
Korea.
Korea.
okay.
I remember hearing
Wow.
about that. Yeah.
All done at Studio Mir, which at the time was called JM. Or it was, I mean, they're technically two different studios, but it was a lot of the same people was at JM that are now at Studio Mir.
Oh, I got you.
They were talking on the chat, or we were talking too about. Was it the last episode where seemed like it was a different studio or something? Because you can see like these subtle differences in the animation.
On the very last episode?
Was it the last episode, Justin?
It was one of the episodes where the limb side or the length of the limbs is changing. That's like one of the.
Oh,
you could the animation studios like which one worked.
Yes, I
Firestarter.
forgot about that. So
Yeah.
we also use DR Movie. So I believe this is a JM episode, and then the chase is done by DR Movie.
Oh, wow.
And you could definitely, depends on how acute your sort of artistic eye is, but there's a difference to me. You can tell when it's like a
Yeah.
DR episode versus a JM episode.
That was great. That was a great image of him coming out the fire right there.
Oh, yeah.
Remind me of the
he's
fire
outed
starter.
himself, though.
Remember with that's a classic image I see all the time.
I was
him
gonna
looking
say
around.
that's a nice shot of Zuko.
Great
Long,
landscape.
big shot. Yeah.
Remind me of the movie The Fire Starter. Remember that with Drew Barrymore? Little baby
Yes.
Drew Barrymore?
Little baby.
That's a great film for people who have never seen that film. That's like
Is that,
really
is
early
that a
Fire Nation.
Halloween movie? Would that be a good Halloween movie?
Maybe I haven't seen the movie in at least 20 years, but I remember
Yeah, I haven't
loving
seen
that
it
movie as a kid.
forever.
It was like a little. It's like Drew Barrymore's like 8 or 9 or 10 or something. Super small.
It's Stephen King, right?
I think it is Stephen King.
Yeah.
But the thing
I
is,
think so,
she
right?
can. She's a firebender. She could do fire. So she's like going around and like killing people and stuff like that.
Oh.
Starting fires.
Such a good movie. She's like a little. She's actually nice, but she got a little Zulu. She gets mad.
Olivia, I was going to ask,
Uh-oh.
do you remember, did you play Ty Lee in this episode? Did you play young Ty Lee in this episode?
I'm sure I do because I can hear Gray and she's playing young
Yeah.
Azula, and I can sound
Yeah.
really, really young. Like I can't
So-
play
Like
30-year-old women, but
4?
I can play 6-year-old. Oh yeah, I can do babies. I can do really young. So yeah, I'm sure I did.
Can you do a baby cry?
Huh?
The
I can
baby
do all
cry.
that.
Hold on a second, Olivia.
But
When did you
but I
start
can't
voice
do-
acting?
I can't do grown women. I did my first series at like 10, and before that, I just done a couple little things. But my first like animated series was at
Which
10. It
was?
Hey,
With-
Hey Arnold.
Oh, Hey Arnold. Yeah. Hey Arnold.
Yeah,
Yes.
Just that show.
Right.
Just that little show.
I don't know, guys.
Just that
I'm
little show
old.
called
I
Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
don't know.
Just that other Nickelodeon.
That other Nickelodeon
smash.
show that went for how many years? That show went forever.
It's so funny because they keep like that show went forever. But yeah, they keep pumping out the old Nicktoons, and I'm like, just do something with these properties, like bring
Yeah.
them back or something.
Yeah, right.
Ozai just
Yo,
stole
I
the
would-
fucking throne right now.
Yeah.
I would say if Iroh fought Ozai, he would whoop Ozai because Ozai has like no combat experience.
No.
I agree.
Yeah.
agree.
Iroh would whoop the shit. If he came back, he's like, "Oh, you think you're king? Oh, pop, pop, pop."
Ozai is
Yeah.
like it's one of those
And
things.
sip on that tea.
Ozai's a politician. Ozai's a politician.
Yeah.
Did we find out that Iroh's spirit was
Right.
broken, so he didn't want to lead anymore? Oh, so
Yeah.
this was a Lauren
Pause.
McMullen
Pause.
episode.
Okay. Pause. Pause.
Yeah.
Going back. Okay.
Everybody-
That's
Okay,
Zuko
guys.
Alone, you guys.
I gotta go
Stuff.
because I gotta go to the doctor.
Go to the
But-
doctor.
Oh,
We'll miss you,
feel better.
I
Olivia.
love you all. I
Right,
miss
love you
but
too.
It'll be fine.
I also have
Yes.
to dip out.
I'll be back to that
Fine.
pool sometime soon. That damn pool.
It's sitting here waiting for you.
You guys. I ended up
I
at
need
her
more
pool.
ceviche though.
She has a big ass pool. It's like it's not like one of like
I
modern
see.
pools. It's like a really big pool and
Dante at
deep.
one point was sitting there staring, and I'm like, "What's he staring at?" And he just goes, "This is a big pool."
This is like one of them pools that was built back in the days before you can no longer build a pool this big in just like a
True.
regular house.
Yes,
True.
Like
it's against Burbank City Code
yeah, like
to
this
build
is like
pools that big.
yeah, because I was swimming in a pool not too long ago that was like a small pool, like one of them peanut pools. We're like, this is cool,
Yeah.
but it was like there's 6 of us in this pool and I feel crowded.
we
this
do a big
pool
Burbank.
Is like
ceviche, White Claw, put
I'm
you on
in.
the
Dude,
sloth.
ceviche.
I'm in.
All right.
All right, cheers. Have a good week,
Bye.
Olivia.
Yeah,
See
I
ya.
also have to
Happy
leave too.
birthday,
But
Michaela.
see you
Oh.
guys.
Almost birthday,
Justin got-
Dante.
Justin, you
go
gotta
too.
go too.
Bye.
Yeah. See you, Olivia.
All right, Justin, talk to you later on.
Bye.
Join me and
That's
Justin Wednesday for another stream of League of Legends Road to Gold.
Yeah.
Road to
See ya,
gold.
League of Legends.
See ya.
And then there's 4 of us.
Another
Then there were 4.
And then
Yeah.
there were 4 of us.
We
Hey.
have another shot to do.
Oh. Heyo.
Okay, let's do it.
People are buying shots early.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't eaten yet today.
We talked
What?
about it. You know better.
I worked out. I was cleaning the house. I was drinking this ketone shake. You know, I don't know if I
How do you
100%.
function? I'm one of those people there's some people who forget to eat. I could never ever do that. Like I'm like, it's been 12:15. I'm about to pass out if we don't eat a sandwich.
I got
Well,
a peach.
I
got a
get
peach.
to that point. It takes so much effort. Then I start to get really hungry, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to take more energy to make food, and so then I don't make food, and then it gets worse, and then it's like a whole.
This is the
Oh,
thing. I
man.
grew up in a big family, and I hated to eat alone for some years before I lived by myself. And
Oh, that's funny.
I would always put it off to one of my brothers gonna be home, or one of my boys, or
Yeah.
go down and we have lunch or dinner or whatever. And then I've had nights, several nights where it's like I'm going to sleep, and I'm like, I forgot to do something today, and I can't
No.
put my finger exactly on what it is. And then I'm like in bed, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to eat today.
I'm really hungry.
And then you're tired, and you're like, you gotta have that conversation with yourself. Am I more tired or am I more hungry? Where am I at right now?
I can't imagine that. I don't know how I could do that.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But now that I've been living alone for years now, it's like I don't mind. I actually when restaurants were open, I don't mind going to a restaurant alone now. Just kind of have my own little meal by myself.
Yeah. Do you bring a book? Like, are you like?
I could
book
bring a
kinda
book.
guy?
I could check emails. I could listen to a
Yeah.
podcast alone at the table and enjoy myself. Or
I like
listen-
this. So we're getting Dante Alone.
Dante Alone.
tips.
Dante Alone, listening to Audible books and podcasts. That's what Dante Alone is doing.
Got
And
it.
trying not to forget to eat.
Yeah, don't do that.
Autobot. You ain't no Autobot. You're a Decepticon for sure.
I'm not.
Who are we cheersing to? What are we doing?
This cheers is to Mercedes. They said love to the Fire Nation.
Mercedes, cheers.
There you go.
Sure.
You got some love.
Yeah. Mercedes.
I'm drinking tequila, you guys, with nothing in my stomach.
Love to see it.
Oh, man.
Love to see it. Eat that peach. All right. And we had somebody did pay to join the Zoom, so I'm gonna send their invite now.
Oh well, let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
so
yeah.
much, everyone who's been donating. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, but the frontliners and the victims of COVID all appreciate it because it's going straight to them. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-boo.
Love it.
Gabe says I can't hear Bridget. Bridget.
Well, do I have to start yelling? I don't know. Hi. Do I just have?
That's better.
Okay, cool.
It does help
Sorry.
if I do that.
I just put if I just eat the mic.
You can eat the mic. Dante cannot eat the mic.
Dante
Just
can eat.
swallow
Mike's
it,
going all over the place.
and then you can pull it out after.
Yeah, there you go. Just I have it in there for now.
So, who's coming in?
We have a Josh J.
Josh J's coming in. But now we're going into, as we're waiting for Josh J to come in, Giancarlo, we're going to an episode you directed, which is The Chase. Can we get a background on this episode? Because I don't recall the whole story of this episode.
So as I recall, the gang, as we would call them, like the GAANG.
The gang.
Yeah.
Or the gong. Or the gong. Or the gong if you watch the movie.
We do not call it that, Dante. No.
Some people might call it the gong.
No.
So one person might call him that. Are super tired because they haven't gotten sleep, and Azula and Ty Lee and May are hot on their trail, and so they just can't lie down and get some rest. So everyone's just super exhausted, and it all kind of culminates at the end of the episode. But I remember that this was sort of a metaphor for working on Avatar, because we're approaching the halfway point.
This was a meta episode, super meta episode.
And we were like, oh man, like, I really love this show, but I'm so tired, and Kung Fu is hard to draw. How many more do we have?
How many frames were you guys doing the action scenes as compared to regular scenes? Like, what's the ratio?
It's hard to say, because
people out there, when we're doing stuff, when you're watching movies and television, you're usually shooting 24 frames per second. That's 24 FPS, right. And that's what regular motion picture is shot at regularly. So when we're doing animation, are we doing 24 FPS? Are we doing something else?
So when it's TV, it's often 12 frames per second as a cost saving thing. Just draw half the drawings.
Right.
But because this show was so Kung Fu specific and so trying to get it right.
Yeah, going 60 frames per second.
A lot of us were we were drawing all the extra poses, and then the Korean studio would do even more in betweens just to get it super perfect.
Which was appreciated. I mean, as I go around and do cons around the world, a lot of martial artists would come to me, and a lot of masters or what. I remember a Tai Chi guy came to me in one of my lines, and he was just being thankful of how appreciative there was something when where Aang was unlocking the door or something like that. And when he said the moves that they were doing, he's like, it was so detailed and authentic. He was just thanking me profusely, and I'm looking at him I didn't animate none of this. But I mean, I know Mike and Brian, so I was like, Mike and Brian are so detailed, and we're studying Tai Chi during this, and was totally into it, and Kisu and everything.
And Kisu, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that too. I've always said, I can't do Kung Fu, but I can sort of draw it.
Another quick question I have for you, Giancarlo, right here. Especially first season, I remember they had these video cameras that were shooting us while we were acting. What were they doing? What were you guys doing?
Maybe they were getting acting reference or something?
I don't know. For a bunch of episodes, especially the first season, they were doing it. And then I've done other shows, when I was doing the Lucas show, Rebels, Star Wars Rebels. We have every episode we have cameras on us the whole time.
Really? Is that a new thing?
I don't know.
Never seen that.
We gotta ask Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, what the heck is going on?
What are you guys doing with that?
What do you do? Why do we? Is this to make sure we're not stealing any of the pages, or what's going on? But I was wondering, because it was that first season especially, they were definitely had cameras on us going. I'm what are?
I wonder if that was it promo stuff, or was it straight up?
I don't know. It felt like performance. What's up? Joshua J's in the house. Joshua J, can you hear us?
Hello. Hey, yeah, I can hear you guys.
Hey, how you doing, man? Where you calling in from?
I'm calling from Ohio.
Ohio is in the house. What part? What city?
Marion, North Central, about an hour north of Columbus.
Okay.
Awesome.
I don't know. I've been to Cleveland. Is it by Cleveland? No.
No, Cleveland's about 2.5 hours away.
I also did a con in Sandusky.
Sandusky is about 2 hours north, so
Okay, very sure. I did a crazy con in Sandusky at an indoor water park called.
Yep.
What was that called, Bridget?
I don't.
It's called something it's African themed. It was crazy.
I don't remember what it was.
I want you to imagine, Joshua J. I want you to imagine, for some reason, a water park that's like a theme park, but it's not Disneyland. It's African themed. like African theme.
Yeah,
And then
I mean,
In Ohio.
in Ohio, and
Well-
then
well-
when you're at the con, it's basically like a regular Comic Con, except for an extraordinary amount of swimsuit cosplay.
Right.
Yes.
Makes sense.
You
I
got
was
invited
supposed
to
to
that?
go to one of these this year, but
It was crazy. I had a lot of people inviting me to the hot tub. Like, let's go to the hot tub, like late night. I'm like, this is
Ooh.
not
Bad
safe
idea
for
or-
anybody.
Bad idea, great idea. Don't
Very,
know.
very bad idea. Very
So-
bad idea.
So I
Do
end up
not
in the hot
ever.
tub.
Only if you know them.
So I ended
Yes.
up in the hot tub at midnight, and it was a lot of
Oh.
people in there.
Good heavens.
But
Wow.
I did buy a round of drinks for people. We were just having a good time.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you know.
I feel like if anyone could get away with that, it's you. See, I would just be like, nope,
Only
nope,
one.
nope, going to the
Like,
hotel rooms.
if
yeah.
we were there together, Giancarlo, I'd be like, Giancarlo, let's go to the hot tub, say hi real quick, buy a round of drinks for everybody in the hot tub, do one
Yeah.
cheers, and try to get out before we get in trouble. The other thing is that because at that place was all these houses, right? And people had like these groups and cosplay groups were renting these like bungalows. There was like
Yeah.
house parties on the. It was pretty crazy. I got it when I think back. I remember it being pretty crazy. Of course, I didn't get in any trouble, but some people did. I'm sorry,
Always.
Joshua J.
I
Ohio
was
just brought back
innocent.
some memories. Ohio,
Yes.
Ohio was just bringing back some crazy memories for me right
no,
now.
it's perfectly fine. Everyone's got a story about Ohio. Everyone here that lives here, grows up here, leaves, and they take their stories. with them.
Well, now you
Uh,
know, with a mere 2-hour drive and with the
Well-
eradication of the COVID virus,
2 hours
You
into
Have
too
all that
could be-
more.
Well, I've been to
Could
Cedar
be.
Point, which is up in Sandusky, but I haven't been to Cedar Point in years. But I mean, Ohio, I mean, we have a lot of zoos, and a lot of our zoos focus on conservation efforts with like gorillas and African animals. Columbus Zoo and Aquarium.
cool.
There's a water park right next to it, like literally the same
y'all
place,
love
and
water
it's in
parks,
Zumbizi Bay.
indoor water parks, 'cause it's cold out
Wow.
there.
Zumbi,
Yep.
well, it is now, yeah, but Zumbizi Bay is an outdoor one, so I mean, they're seasonal, but there's a lot of African conservation efforts here in Ohio.
Oh
so.
wow, very
Fascinating.
cool. So you look like a gamer. You got some questions or anything about Avatar that you'd like some ideas or some ideas you want to ask anybody here, or do you have anything you want to talk about Avatar?
Sure. First, I want to represent Water Tribe.
I was
Yeah.
I felt it, and I was like, I want
According
to ask
to
about
3
it.
of the 4 quizzes that I've taken, I'm very Water Tribe. One of the 4 said I'm Earth Kingdom. So,
Okay, so there's like a rising Earth, and you're
well,
Yeah.
I have like
There
a
you go,
3-minute
Earth
story that I've been like rehearsing all week. I can tell you guys
Give
about
it to
how I
us.
used to be Earth Kingdom.
what did we
So
do?
when I was 12, this was when the show came out. So I was Aang's age, which was pretty cool. I had
Don't
the
say
crust-
that, Joshua. You look like a full-grown man right now. Oh my
I'm
god.
20, my birthday's in a month, and I will be 28. I was
You were the perfect age. You
12.
were at that perfect age.
perfect.
And
Perfect age.
did it mean something different then as it does now?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
More yes than no. But I caught a lot of season 2 when it was on air. I was more of a Cartoon Network kid. Sorry, but I caught a lot of season 2 when it was on
They paid
air.
some of my bills
and-
too. I'm cool with Cartoon Network.
And I fell in love with Toph because she was just the coolest thing, the absolute greatest thing.
Yeah.
She was the coolest thing since Jackie Chan, and I'm a
Hey.
90s kid, early 2000s kid.
Hold on a second.
so-
How old were you, little Jesse Flowers, when you were doing the show? 10?
I too no I too was like a 12, 13.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
kinda-
Wow.
So I'm just a couple years younger than you. When I came in season 2, I was also 12. I'm 26.
That
You're
works.
28. You're gonna be 28.
It's gonna, well, a month. I'll be back in a month.
Very
it works.
cool. Very cool. So I'm sorry. Continue your story, Joshua J. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good. I'm getting interrupted by Rufio. It's perfectly fine.
It's all good.
But so I started martial arts because I wanted to be an earthbender.
Oh wow.
I wanted to be like Toph minus the blindness. Obviously it's most of us can't seismic sense with our feet.
Yes, unfortunately.
But I only did it for about 8 or 9 months because life kind of got in the way. It was in high school. Things happen.
8 or 9 months is
few-
a lot for a 12-year-old, for sure.
Well, yes. Well, I was 14 when I started because that was when season 2 was. So, but a few years later, went to college, tried to get back into it again. Didn't stick. Wasn't the right time. but it always stuck with me because I mean, martial arts is one of those things. And Dante, I was actually going to ask if
What
any of you had
style? What
ever done
style? What style were you studying?
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo, very cool. Korean
Which
style.
I know has a bad reputation in America. I promise anyone who thinks of Taekwondo poorly.
No, Taekwondo, legit Taekwondo is really good. The ones that people have an issue with are the mini mall Taekwondos, are just taking kids' money and just making black belts out of 10-year-olds. Like that's what the martial arts community is having an issue with. You know.
Well, I'll get to that as I keep going. Again, it's okay. You're Rufio. You can interrupt. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
But life happened again, and about 3.5 years ago, it was telling me, hey, you can get back into martial arts now. So I did. So I've been doing Taekwondo for the last 3.5 years.
Oh, wow.
I've become very passionate about it. Big part of who I am. I actually specifically, I was hoping Jack would be here by the time.
I was hoping Jack would be here also.
Well, I think we all are hoping that Jack would be here.
It's okay. He's a father. He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, he had a callback. He had a callback that he had to do.
And you know what? We hope he gets a job. If you can book any job, any work in COVID, cheers to you.
I got overexcited and donated right away, but
well, we usually can arrange if there's a certain human being that you were expecting to be here for you to come back.
I'm not gonna ask for that. I donated my $250. I'm talking to you guys. I didn't expect Giancarlo to be here. Like I was prepared for Olivia to be here or Greg to be here or like a number of special guests. I didn't expect Giancarlo. So it actually works that he's here because I wanted to express some gratitude and love to you guys because as an adult, martial arts has become a significant passion of mine, something that helps to is a big cornerstone of my identity.
Beautiful.
And for the last year or so, I've really liked the person that I've become. And that's partially due to martial arts. So I wanted to just give my appreciation and gratitude to you guys for making the show, to Michaela for being so wonderful that they redesigned a character so she could play it. And Top was one of the two inspirations for me to get started. And it was a little bit of a slow burn, but 13, 14, 15 years later, here I am doing martial arts. It's fantastic. And I'm grateful for you guys, Giancarlo, all the people behind the scenes. You were just talking about all the martial artists that come up to you, Dante, and are like, just the martial arts are so amazing.
Like,
when I was a kid, I wanted to be an earthbender. I practiced the mountain block in the beginning of the scene. By the way, that earthbender's doing a mountain block's kind of a pun. It's amazing. But like season 2 and 3, Katara, her waterbending is so beautiful. That I had to start learning it on my own here in quarantine. So show and Cora have been helping me keep going. And
that's amazing. Are you going after your black belt? Are you there yet? Are you approaching it?
I am 3 belts away. I'm at belt 8 out of 11. I'm a brown belt. I've got red, black, and then black to go.
That sounds impressive.
It looks impressive. I think to me, like a black belt is a life goal. Like the people I know and friends and family, that the black belt's a life goal, running a marathon. It's like these things, mastering an instrument. It's like in my list of things to have a well-rounded life and an accomplished life, a black belt is part of that list. So good luck on that journey.
Well, thank you. If it weren't for quarantine, my instructor would have me getting it in about 3.5 years, and that would be with him like hounding my ass, like pushing it, like, Josh, you're better than you think you are, do it. I'm kind of like Azula, and that almost perfect isn't good enough, and I'm very much a perfectionist, and I'm a lot better at the art side than the martial, so I really struggle with the self-defense and all of that. But
you get your black belt, you're gonna have to self-defend yourself a little bit.
Going
through. I know even Taekwondo and the higher levels, when you're gonna get that black belt, you're gonna have to defend that ass, Josh.
2 Octobers ago, we had a 16-year-old going for his black belt.
Oh wow!
He was being gentle, but he wasn't being gentle enough, and he just like tapped my knee with his knee and dislocated my knee in the middle of the test. So I'm aware, like we have to like put in the effort and try.
Put in the effort.
It's just there's a requirement to do 12 hours of meditation, and that's the part that I don't want to do.
It's good though. You'll lock into it. You'll lock into it. I have faith in you, Josh. I have faith in you.
Every day at work is like 8.5 hours of meditation right there. I don't think I can do 12.
That's amazing. Giancarlo, it's amazing to think a generation of kids that we've collectively inspired to pursue the martial arts.
That's insane. Hold that spot. Continue without me. I gotta go get something.
Go.
Surprise, surprise.
Something's coming. Giancarlo's got something special coming up.
He's going
That's
Fantastic.
amazing, Josh. I mean, and so how did you end up making that transition from Earth Kingdom to Water Tribe?
I think it was just a matter for me of growing up, dealing with a lot of things in life, sob story, life story stuff. But just the person that I've kind of become today is I'm a Hufflepuff. Not that I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
You're a
I'm
healer.
Hufflepuff,
You're a healer. You're like.
Well, okay, so I played World of Warcraft like extensively for like 6 years.
Were you a support?
I was a healer. I was my raid, my guild lead healer. I mean, I was responsible for more deaths than any boss. Like I killed my raid more than anyone else.
Believe me, supports could be a carry. I love it. I'm ADC when I play League of Legends, but a support carry I'm 100% with. But it's a mentality. It's a mentality for sure.
And I'm Water Tribe nowadays, so.
So shout out to the Water Tribe. If Jack was here, he'd be very proud of you.
Water
Tribe.
Excited. So excited.
I'm a little disappointed in myself. I couldn't wait to get in the call for him to be here, but
it's all good.
I'll say hi to him sometime.
Maybe come back around. Giancarlo, you're back.
You reminded me because you're talking about Toph so much that I have this DVD that only employees had access to called the Toph's Bending Bible.
Oh my God, Josh! Guess what?
Hey, the person I wanted to say hi to.
Josh came into our stream, Jack, and especially want to say hi to you.
Yes.
Oh, such perfect timing.
Water Tribe. Also,
Water Tribe.
Giancarlo was sharing us a very exclusive DVD that was employees only. Hey, we were employees too.
Isn't that crazy? Look at that. I'm trying to figure out, like, will Nickelodeon get mad at me if I like post this somewhere?
No.
Didn't tell anybody it was a secret.
It's like I have this Rosetta Stone on how to bend like Toph.
No way.
Praying
mantis. What? Do we need to get? What we need to do that?
What does it take to like post this?
What I think you should do is Michaela should post it. Michaela should post it on her TikTok and just let it be like, you're like, I don't know what happened.
Just real.
We don't know who leaked it.
Just like, where did it come from?
It's just the Blind Bandit TikTok, and you're just all of a sudden it's like the Earth bending scrolls. It's like, what happened?
I think I should study it and just memorize it all, and then do it bit by bit and release it in action.
Yeah.
There we go.
But you mask it in your you do like your TikTok dances and then break into a full-on talk like strike and then go back to the dancing and we'll know. Like only the people on the stream
That's
will
amazing.
know.
How come we don't? Where did you? That was like an in-house earthbending DVD, Blu-ray.
Yes, so
what are we talking about here?
Not a ton of people know this, but besides Sifu Kisu, who did the martial arts,
and Manny
reference for the show, was Sifu Manny.
Sifu Manny is your earthbender.
Is specifically the Toph style of earthbending, and it's awesome to see because he's a really tall dude, big dude, completely different body type than Toph did. So we had to take these poses that Sifu Manny was doing and then shrink them down to Toph size so that we could draw the poses correctly.
And Sifu Manny is a really, really nice, gentle giant kind of guy.
He's a good guy.
I've done some events with him, and he's really, really sweet guy.
Yeah, I always liked him. Kisu as well. But...
Kisu too. Kisu's another energy, and I love Kisu.
Kisu's a little more wild.
He's a little more Fire Nation. Kisu's a little more Fire Nation, you guys.
Yes.
And look, welcome, Mr. Jack DeSena. Jack DeSena in the wild. Welcome to the stream. So, Jack, we finished we finished Zuko Alone. We're going into
I realized I have maybe never seen.
And you still haven't, and you still have not.
The one episode I missed, I realized they wouldn't have sent me the script, right? I'm not.
You never saw it. You're not it.
So that would be literally. I think that's the only episode in the series that I wouldn't have read.
I think so.
Because they don't send you the script if you're not in it, so I wouldn't have read that one when we were making it. So then it's like, how religiously was I watching as they were coming out? I was in college.
You was like here and there,
an episode here or there, and
you had homework.
I had lots of homework.
This was like a Western. This was like a Western. It was very... Giancarlo didn't direct this.
For sure, never seen it.
It's like a Western.
We did a Western? Never seen it.
It's like a Western. It was like Logan, Clint Eastwood, Zuko on the back of a ostrich horse going around and doing some things. But it also shows...
That sounds good.
It shows... It's his backstory with his mother and young-ass May and Ty Lee and Azula still being a punk-ass as a young person being a prodigy firebender, but also it shows how Uncle Iroh was actually the older brother in line to be the Fire Lord, but Ozai kind of stole the throne.
You know, all of the things that you just described are things that I have heard people say that I'm like, y'all are remembering very specific details of like minor flashbacks. I didn't know there was like a whole episode about that.
It's half flashback. But the good thing, you should watch it. I should watch it too with sound because I was reading subtitles for half of it.
Yeah.
But the good thing about the next episode, The Chase, which I think you are in, Giancarlo directed it, which is awesome.
Yes.
So we'll get some more information about it. But Josh J came on the stream specifically to say hi to Toph because Toph inspired him to start studying martial arts. And he thought it was Earth Kingdom, but then he actually transferred into the Water Tribe and really wanted to talk to you. And we were like, we don't know where Jack's at, but now you're here and just.
I made it.
Yeah.
So Josh, I'm getting out of the way.
Like, did you transition into like Tai Chi? Is that what you mean?
Well, no. I just, as I grew up, I realized I felt more, well, I wanted to be an air nomad, but I don't think I could do their diet or their lifestyle, honestly.
Yeah,
I took
that's
the
a major
quizzes. I took like online quizzes and I was like, well, I used to be an Earth Kingdom person. So, and Toppy's my favorite. So I'll just be Earth Kingdom again. And then much to my surprise, three of them were like, no, you're Water Tribe. And one of them was like, oh yeah, you're still Earth Kingdom. So
we'll take that's 3-1. We'll take that as.
But he's wearing that Water Tribe jersey, so he's repping Water Tribe heavy.
I love it.
Rewatching the show as an adult, Sokka is my favorite character because of what he brings to the table as a non-bender. Who he is as a person is absolutely incredible.
Zuko's cool too, right, Josh? Zuko's still cool.
Oh yeah, no, like if I had an order of operations for Last Airbender specifically, like Uncle Iroh's number 1, Sokka's number 2, Toph's number 3, and Zuko's number 4. Like Zuko is definitely
top
up
5.
I love Zuko.
I would say like comparing Sokka and Zuko, like Sokka, there's a couple of episodes that really like zoom in on him, like the Sokka's Master episode. That's awesome. And like Zuko, I think suffers because there was never an episode that was like really about him.
It's called Zuko Alone. You just missed the episode.
It doesn't count for me. I don't.
You just missed the episode, Jack. It's called Zuko Alone.
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Doesn't sound real.
No, I watched Legend of Korra right after Last Airbender, and I fell in love with Korra. She is absolutely incredible. I am sorry to everyone who isn't as big a fan.
Also amazing.
That pushes you Water Tribe.
We're gonna get Janet Varney on the stream when we start watching Korra for sure.
That'd be fun.
And the other thing is, I didn't watch all of Korra. I mean, I didn't watch all of Avatar either, but I've watched less of Korra. So
I watched all but one episode of Avatar, I think. And but Korra, yeah, I need to catch up on Korra.
I watched the episodes I was in.
In like 2 years, when you guys finally get to season 4 of Korra, I have every intention of coming back because Bolin's like special technique that he does in season 4 is so taekwondo. It makes me so happy. And
we might be able to get PJ.
Awesome.
PJ's a homie. I love PJ. PJ's like the Sokka of
the Korra.
I met him once at Nickelodeon with Brian and Mike, introduced as like, you are the each other's shit. Like
you guys are like the mirror image of each other. And I was doing the same stuff when I was in the studio with them. Like I would watch Jack kind of just be funny and going like wishing I could be funny like Jack. And then next thing you know, I'm in the studio like looking at PJ just kind of like doing the lines and improvising a little bit. Like I wish I could. I can write something funny for Iroh the Second, like anything. Like, can I deliver a joke?
Such a serious character.
Something? Can I deliver something funny up in? I'm funny too.
Named after maybe the funniest character on the original, and just they didn't no jokes from him, huh?
Nothing, no jokes.
I love that we typecast all the time. We complain about it, but we do it to each other all the time.
Giancarlo, when they brought me in to play,
Dante's serious.
Yeah, when they brought me in to be Iroh the Second, we were trying to do different voices and all kinds of stuff, and then it was just like Mike and Brian, like higher, lower, yeah, all right, that's good. Do that. I'm like,
that's how I talk.
That's the same voice. Fuck it, do it like that. Just do the same thing, then. Josh, any other questions for anyone on the panel right now?
Yeah, I was going to ask. I mean, you already answered it sort of, Dante, but I was going to ask if anyone else ever did martial arts. Like I said, it's a big passion of mine, so I always love talking a little bit about it.
I studied. Jack?
I took a Tai Chi class freshman year of college as part of like the beginning of our theater studies. They wanted us to take like a number of different movement classes, so I took a quarter of Tai Chi, and I really dug it, but didn't go any further. And then
Michaela?
Yeah.
I have not. I've mainly just done dance and then a lot of different sports and gymnastics.
Dance is like, I mean,
Hmm.
martial arts has a dance
Well-
aspect to it. Giancarlo.
Never at Comic-Con in 2014 in San Diego. We stepped through some of the bending, like
Oh,
there's a whole
wow.
panel, and so we had I forget who the puppeteers were, but we had someone who literally stepped the whole room through certain bending motions, and like after that I was like, ooh, this is cool.
Wow.
But it's just like there was never an opening because life was absurd and I was
I
in
know.
college.
I'm
in New
with
York.
you. It's a discipline.
It is.
It is.
And you have,
It
I
is
feel like
discipline.
you choose to do it. Like you have to be like, I'm doing this.
You
and
have to.
You can't just
You
like
have
hop into
to.
a class and be like, yeah, cool. Like
I had not studied for many years, and then I did another film, an anime movie, before even anime got really big. A movie called Fist of the North Star, and I played this character named Bat. And the when you do martial arts films and stuff, there's always a martial arts consultant instructor on the film doing on the choreography and everything. And so this guy was from Japan, and then when he met me, we were doing stuff, and I did some fight scenes with Chris Penn, and he was like, Dante, you need to study with me. And I'm like, what? And at this time, I'm in my 20s, I'm a crazy actor, and he's like, you need to study with me, because he's like, you're Asian, and his number one pupil was the star of the movie, Gary Daniels, who's amazing martial artist, British guy. But he's like, Dante, you're Asian, and your body is the perfect body type for the arts. Like it looks beautiful on you.
Hmm.
When you're 4.5 feet tall, it does make it easier.
Yeah, but I'm like going, hey man, I'm a young crazy actor, and I'm partying a lot and acting and doing stuff. Like I don't really have the.
Sounds like a lot of discipline.
I don't got that
Yeah,
discipline. I ain't got because Gary told me, he's a great action star and everything like that. And Gary's like, Dante, man, with his master Winston, right? He's like, he was like ex Yakuza or some crazy stuff. He's like, we went to Asia together, and he wanted me to go battle all the masters and their number one pupils and doing crazy shit. And I'm like, nah, man, nah, I can't.
No blood sport for Dante.
I'm an actor. I
Yeah.
can't be out here trying to hurt other people for real. And yeah, I gotta bow out of this one. But I love the arts, and maybe I can get back into it.
I remember I was staying at a friend's house in the Bronx, and he was a crazy Aikido practitioner, and he had a big mat laid out in his
Aikido?
living room.
I like Aikido.
Yeah, and so he
Steven
was like,
Seagal.
I was like, this is kind of cool. Like how's it work? And he was like, you want me to show you? Cut to like 5 minutes later,
Throwing you around.
me
Exactly.
repeatedly over and over again.
My
And
God.
then, to his credit, he was like, just do this. I'm going to come at you, do this, and you'll throw me. And within like a matter of minutes, we were throwing each other.
Yep.
So I always kind of had a little bit of like a Aikido, affinity, I guess.
Yeah, no, Aikido is great. Aikido's great. I mean, Steven Seagal was Aikido, and he's a lot of Aikido guys out there.
You know what I like about Aikido? It's for lazy people. Because you don't have to do the push-ups and all that. You don't even have to be strong. You just know how to like do this with your wrist and then throw people.
You're
800
using
pounds.
other people's energy against them.
Yes.
It's legit for sure. It's definitely legit.
Perfect for me.
But who knows? Martial arts. I just imagine all the warriors, all the martial artists that we've inspired. Jack, we were talking about somehow you don't think about all the martial artists we've inspired, a whole generation of martial artists
from the
show.
I'm just
Crazy.
one of them. Yeah.
It is fun. Like I have heard from people who are like, I learned like boomerang or something. Like,
Right.
and I'm like, you should know that I have never thrown one and would be terrible at it. So I'm glad that my voice inspired you towards that.
Well, yeah.
One day, one of my goals is to come on this show and play the Avatar theme on the kalimba. I'm about halfway there.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Let's do it.
You got to get that going. That sounds like a good goal. I like that. I'm there for that for sure. We're gonna get. We'll put that in. We'll put that in the fundraising out there. You guys raise money. If we hit a certain goal, Giancarlo's coming in and is playing the theme on
Yes.
that instrument.
And then another level at some point for special occasion, I'll buy a boomerang. I'll just zoom in from a cell phone in a park, and I'll just huck it as far as I can and never find where it went.
It'll come back. If you throw it right, it'll come back. It's just that catching is
it does always
definitely
come back. Yeah.
that catching is definitely scary because you realize in a fraction of a second that's a piece of fast wood flying at me.
Yeah.
Well, there's
or
a whole episode of
Shark.
Sherlock where a dude gets killed by one because he stops paying attention to it.
Because the
Yep.
car backfires. I remember.
Yeah, Jack knows.
What
Gets
show
it.
was that?
Sherlock,
Sherlock.
BBC.
The whole
Didn't know.
solve ends up being he threw a boomerang and he's by a river, so it washes away, so there's no evidence. But he throws a boomerang, car backfires, he turns around, gets hit in the back of the head, dies with no weapon, no tracks leading anywhere, no whatever.
I love Sherlock Holmes.
Wow.
I never watched the show Sherlock, but I love the Sherlock Holmes books. I love finding out the mystery. It's like I used to love reading Encyclopedia Brown, which is like a kid's Sherlock
Yeah.
Holmes.
Yeah.
And there was always something, and there was like the reason behind it was like revealed by the end of the little story. My favorite
Much
thing in
of
the
the
world.
BBC Sherlock is excellent. I think it's
Yeah.
worth watching some of it. There's a lot of it that's very fun.
What about the American Sherlock? No.
Yep.
Elementary?
Elementary, yeah.
I never saw it.
I mean, either.
But
Love
shout out to
Lucy
Lucy
Liu,
Liu. But
though.
shout out to Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
For good things.
Well, Josh, thank you so much for joining us. We're about to move to the second episode. We appreciate you donating for the COVID
Thank you so
campaign.
much.
And
Yeah.
shout out to Ohio. We had a great time with you, man.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for having me, guys. This was a blast.
Yeah.
Really great meeting you.
Cheers to you. Thank you
Absolutely.
for donating and joining us.
What a try.
You guys.
There it is.
Mwah.
All right, later. That was great.
Bye.
So the homie Josh was from Ohio tuning in with
Yeah.
us. Thank you guys for continuing to watch with us, continuing to donate. We're still raising money. Anything, Bridget? Anything going on with the
Did I miss a Jesten and didn't I
Justin and Olivia were here, but they
thought
both had
Justin
to
won.
leave early today.
Yeah. Maybe,
and
yeah.
I subbed in. We're
You
we're
subbed
a
in.
Yeah.
It's just
rotation.
trading off. Yeah.
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 Can we get an
It-
update on the Fire Nation versus everyone else?
All right. Well, going to our Rep Your Nation poll, Earth is still heavily in the lead with the 22. Fire is officially beating water though for second place now. We're at 1795 versus
Wow.
1792.
Fire Nation.
Guys,
Yo, shout out to Fire Nation. I'm shouting Zuko's Bikini, Zucchini's in the house, King Keel 33, Lemmy 101, Sharpie 1815, what's up? Genocide,
up?
of course. Thank you so much for the shot
Hey.
earlier.
Oh,
Genocide.
always genocide.
Anna Schaefer, what's up? Everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us. Is there
I just want to push one more time. You know, we don't need supremacy. We could have all four nations in harmony. We can have them
Yeah.
all if we hit 2,500 each. And if
That's
somebody goes over,
so-
if Earth gets to like 26, then we gotta go
Yeah.
2,600 each
We
until we perfectly.
restore balance.
You
We're
guys
still
sound
I'm
so
with
Water
you.
Tribe
I'm
right
with
now.
you. I'm with you.
I am the
Uh-uh.
donations avatar, and only
Hold on a second, Giancarlo. Did we
Listen.
ever get what nation you rep?
We talked about this, so I think
Can you refresh my memory?
I sort of resonate with water bending, but we had a competition at Nickelodeon that was like a trivia thing, and because I won the whole thing, I was ordained air nomad
Because of
so,
the last Airbender.
You were the trivia.
so I'm sort of air nomad, water rising, something like
Water
that.
rising, okay. I know.
Missed.
I wouldn't say. I mean, with Mike and Brian, I've seen so many drawings and knowing them and talking about their inspirations. I feel like Mike is definitely Aang. He's definitely Airbender.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And Brian's Zuko. Like Brian is
Yes.
Fire Nation, right?
It's true. It's true. I
It's
think
true.
he would say that if he were here. too.
Okay. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. Don't put it's not canon. I'm just saying that's my feeling. Andre
Like, I feel
Romano
like-
is probably Water Tribe. I would probably think maybe.
I could see that. Like that last episode we watched when you commented on Zuko's. That was very like Brian Knitzko circa 2005.
I saw a picture that Brian drew of Zuko, and it was literally Brian
Yes.
as Zuko, right? And the same thing for Aang, because Mike is bald, and it's like,
Yeah.
yes, like that's Aang. And then there's certain drawings of Zuko where you're like, I actually see Brian,
Yeah.
in the drawing, 100%.
It's so crazy.
So crazy. So any background you want to give us before we start this episode, Giancarlo?
Again, super Western inspired. we used a lot of. I probably might have some animatic somewhere that has like the Ennio Morricone temp music cut into it.
Really?
But I
Nice.
think also this is the one that has the. I suppose no one's watching it for the first time today,
most
right?
part.
Don't
Zuko
be
Alone, you know.
surprised. I could be watching it for the first or second time.
This is
right
the
now.
one with the scandalous ending when a lot of people on the internet were telling me they were convinced that we killed Uncle Iroh at the end of this one.
Really? And you guys,
Oh,
and
man.
that wasn't intended.
I mean, we kind of wanted it to sound to be a cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger?
That you might think that happened, but I was surprised how many people genuinely believe that we killed Iroh right there.
That would have been not cool.
No.
Zuko would have been.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you
Zuko
killed
could've made
Iroh
it
right
as
now,
far.
Zuko's done. He's like
Yeah.
a serial killer
He's
and
lost
drug
forever.
addict. It's like he's somewhere in Ba Sing Se on heroin or opium or something.
Look for the reaction shot on Zuko when he gets hit. Like they cut to Zuko and he's like, "Oh!"
It's so dramatic.
I like how Bridget knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Look at me and Jack. We're like, we don't know what. I don't know. I can't wait to see this moment. Okay.
Oh man, we have a couple of cheers.
Oh, cheers! Let's cheers it out. Let's cheers it out.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with Angelique.
Angelique, what's up?
Angelique, cheers.
All of us went high, and then Jack's like Angelique.
I was also incredibly late.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Cheers to Slayer Chick. Donation for the Fire Nation.
Yeah,
Slayer.
Chick.
You sound like a Fire
Slayer
Nation
Chick.
woman after my own heart.
Oh,
Slayer Chick. Awesome.
And then
another one.
we have one more. Cheers to Ideas 141.
Ideas 141.
Yeah.
Ideas 141.
Cheers from the Fire Nation. Just throwing you in there with us.
Yeah. They didn't give a message with
I
theirs,
just
but
feel it though. I feel it.
I'm sure you do.
Okay. Ready? You guys ready to go?
No,
Jack,
sorry.
ready?
I have to just skip past
Oh.
Zuko Alone, never coming back to this one.
Now he will never
Jack,
see it.
it's
ever.
only been
Not gonna
15
see
years, dude. It's only been 15 years. And it's only rated 9.5 on IMDb.
Yeah,
That's why I looked it up, is because I was like, I saw that you were posting Zuko Alone, and I was like, I feel like people talk about that as like a really good episode. Which one is that? And I was like, I don't think I've seen it.
Yep,
I love
it's
that.
a popular one.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Are
go.
you also drinking a Moscow Mule? And you have your own very own Moscow Mule cup?
I have some copper mugs. I have
You're-
a proper copper.
Yeah.
Moscow
Proper
Mule.
Copper.
Thank you for those subs or whatever just happened. I just heard some things going on. The
Thank
screen.
you.
Hey,
And-
Michaela, how you doing?
I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
chill. I'm like last week was like my birthday present.
Yeah.
It was like my go get 'em. We like got so much cash. I have my 3 wonderful winners that I sent pictures to. I'm chilling
Yeah,
here.
That's beautiful. Hey, you guys, we're $400 away from 8K. Should we
Ooh,
do
can
something
we do
at
it?
8K?
Can we
Yeah.
do 8K?
Let's get
What
to
do we-
8K, and then what can we do with the people remaining in this?
You know, this episode has the conversation between Toph and Sokka that you guys did previously. The whole like 3 plus Sokka
Mhm.
joke.
cool.
Yes.
We can do that.
Yeah. I mean, we've already done it technically, but
So, but let's throw some
We
stuff.
can do it,
in-
but we'll switch roles.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
or
there
throw
you
some
go.
other ideas in the chat, and we
Switch
can
up.
do something special if we hit 800K, 8,000K, 800,000K. We could buy a house.
We can do something
Wait.
very special if we hit it.
Wait, we're gonna do
If we hit 800,000K, we can buy a house and just do this in the house and invite
In
everybody
the
over for a house party.
We'll
Which
pod
y'all think about that?
Yeah.
together.
Oh my
it'll be
God,
the pod.
Roser
That's our
93
bubble.
says we could do the scene and switch roles at 8K.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we said.
That's what I,
That's
but, yeah.
what-
But no, but fun.
I
That's
like
what we
that.
pitched, but
Oh, you said that? Okay. The Chandlord 96 said we could buy a flying bison. I'd like to do that for sure.
Yeah.
also with $800,000, you could buy a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
In LA.
Yeah,
In LA.
We could do panda math
Yeah,
for
close
saying.
to the valley. What are you talking about?
We can panda math. Actually, Giancarlo, have you ever heard of what was that thing called?
PEMDAS.
You know
PEMDAS.
PEMDAS? Do you know
You know
PEMDAS?
No, what's a PEMDAS?
Math.
No,
PEMDAS.
PEMDAS.
Please excuse my dear
PEMDAS?
Aunt Sally.
No, we don't know. See,
Parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction.
no. They
That
didn't
is
teach us
the
that.
PTA father.
Giancarlo, they
There
didn't
you
teach us that in
go.
school. These guys are coming out with PEMDAS. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
It's
This
the
is a
Panda.
generation thing. Dang, I don't
There
know
was
what
a
you're
lot
talking
of
It's
math
something
on
to
the
do
last
with the
stream.
when you're doing math. It's like
It's the
parentheses,
order
adding, nullification. What is it?
Nullification.
Parentheses,
favorite math.
exponent, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction.
Nope. He was an artist. He was drawing pictures. He wasn't doing none of that stuff.
Oh man.
This is what I remember about math. Don't forget to carry the one. That you can get a lot of trouble if you don't forget to.
It's a
If
good
you don't,
basic rule.
if you don't forget to carry that one, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble with that answer. So you better carry the one.
Yeah.
Carry the one.
And as all Shaylee in the chat also reminded us that this is also the episode that we took the Toph and Iroh conversation from.
Busy
So-
episode. For
This is
Toph.
this is a big
Yeah.
episode. We did a lot of lives
Yeah.
on this. So let's
This
get
is
to
like
we-
her first. This is her first like actual out in the world with the gang episode.
There's some tension.
Yeah.
because-
I think
it's
that this
her
is the
adjustment.
one. If I recall, I think that Mike DiMartino himself storyboarded that scene
No
between
way.
Toph and Iroh. He
Really?
was like, "Look, I think I know exactly how this goes. You might as well," which is a lot because when you're show running, you have a lot of stuff to do. So when you like step in and go, "I want to draw this myself,"
really.
that's overtime. He's
Yeah,
volunteering
yeah.
for overtime to do that. So that's a very, very personal, specific scene
Shout out to
from
Mike D.
the creator
Shout out,
himself.
shout out to Mike D. I always feel like
Alright.
Mike just wanted to hire me because we share the same name.
The Dante.
There's
Yeah.
something about him that I like, but I can't.
He's like, I don't know what it is, but I like that name. Let's just go with Dante for Zuko.
There's something about him that the middle of me really likes.
the middle of it.
In the center.
And he reps it. It's like Mike Dante DiMartino.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do we know Brian's middle name? We don't know it.
What if it was Bosco?
It's like we're like, he's definitely the one. He's definitely the one.
It's rigged. It was meant to be.
Okay, I'm ready to start the video. Y'all ready? Jack, you ready?
I am ready.
All right.
Let me fire
You
up
ready,
my...
Mr.
Okay.
Giancarlo
my
Volpe?
finger is hovering over the button.
Ooh,
And
let's go.
3, 2, 1, start.
Yeah.
The
Skateboard
last-
kid.
Skateboard kid
We
on the
love
half
Skateboard
pipe.
Kid.
You know what we
Toilet
gotta do?
paper.
We gotta figure out who Skateboard Kid is.
Let's
and
get him on the stream.
Let's get him
Let's get
on the
Skateboard
stream.
Kid
Down
on the
Skateboard
stream.
Kid.
We're not
That's
gonna
who-
have Zach. We're not gonna have Meg. We're not gonna have Mike and Brian. We're gonna have
Skateboard
Skateboard Kid.
and the set designer who built that toilet paper.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, that just sounds
Skateboard
like
Kid. He might star in the like third iteration of the Avatar universe.
I know.
Like
It's gotta be.
Aang, Korra, Skateboard Kid.
I feel like we have to go. I mean, the third iteration is definitely going to be the Earth Kingdom Avatar, right?
I guess like
It's got to go Earth, then it goes
I'm
back to
trying to-
fire because Roku
Yeah.
was the
because
last
we go air, water,
Earth,
Earth,
Fire.
fire.
earth, fire. Yeah, so it's in order then.
We
It
gotta
would
get
be-
at least-
It would be Earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to get to the Earth. Who? I mean, guy, girl, we don't know. Be very fascinating.
Yes.
Also, I would watch a Kiyoshi, like a retrospective series on Kiyoshi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody loves.
But like, by the time they get to fire, we'll just be modern day firebenders, like walking around LA
Right. With cell phones.
with cell phones and stuff.
It's weird, by the way, when they invent scenes just for the previously on. Like some of that stuff had never previously aired on the show, right? That's weird.
Well, from a certain perspective.
Depends on who you are.
Here's that barefooted blind bandit. She must have calluses on her feet, right? You can't be walking around. She got like
man.
Hardcore.
she got
Yeah.
them dog, like the dog feet that's got the calluses on it. What I do love about dogs is them puppy feet, them soft little puppy feet when they're like
Yeah.
puppies still.
Mhm.
Got them puppy
Even
feet,
even the Appa plushie's got the good little
little puppy feet.
puppy feet.
Oh, so I introduced my daughter to the Appa plushie.
Aw.
Oh wow,
Yesterday.
is she bigger than the
And-
Appa plushie or smaller?
Smaller. Sure, she's right around. It's like almost the same size. She's
It's almost the same size, yeah.
That's amazing.
And I made one grave mistake, which was like I was showing it to her. She was very excited, and then I chose to like try to do my best, most realistic Appa sounds.
You did some D. Bradley Baker on it. You
I did like a big like, and like
Hey!
she did not like it.
No.
So now,
She was like-
so for a little while at least, Appa has like a "Hello, hey, my name is Appa" voice. It's like what I had to calm her down with.
Yeah.
I love that.
Understandable.
That D. Bradley Baker, when you hear it in like my home stereo with like the Sonos speakers and stuff, there's a lot of there's like a lot of like
Yeah.
real animal
Yeah.
sounds
Down
going
in
on.
there.
Yeah.
I know it involves he does this like he like presses in his sinuses whenever
Yes.
he does Appa.
Right.
And D's coming on the stream, you guys.
very
Just so you
cool.
know, he's gonna come. He said he wants to. It's just he works
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot.
that'd be
He needs
awesome.
to come.
Dante
But he
says that every stream.
he is. I've been texting with him, but he'll do his stuff a lot of times. Like as we're exiting the voice actors, he'll come in and just do his own episode for all the not just Appa, but all the animals throughout the episode. Like when we're leaving.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, D's in there about to do
D's
Let's
gonna
do a
hang
D
out
session.
and do all the crickets.
exactly
Yeah.
everything.
Every little noise. We have a couple more cheers, guys.
Let's do
Oh,
some
we do?
cheers.
Do
Michaela,
it.
do you have
Ah.
any memory of doing this episode?
Oh yeah. Well,
You
this
do?
is like, I have like little glimpses because I don't remember specific lines, but I just remember like receiving certain directions and like the feeling of sitting in the seat and just I don't know. It's like memories are weird, so it's not like a single line is like,
Right,
oh
right.
yeah. You know,
You're a sitter. You're a sitter too. You're a sitter. When I say sitter, it's like when you're doing voice acting. Like I'm always a stander. Like they always know. Like when
Oh,
I come in
yeah.
the studio, I'm standing the whole time. Are you guys a sitter or stander?
I'm a sitter for the most part. If we're doing combat of some sort, I usually stand up for my
Efforts.
my effort sounds. But yeah, if it's just conversational, especially for her, because a lot of the time she was, I mean, literally in this episode, she's sitting down while everybody else is working. Like
That's
it was
true.
very much the vibe of like, I'm just gonna be here.
Because she's a rich girl. She got
Yeah,
that rich girl
it's
vibe.
like-
Rich girl vibes.
100%. She does not know how to participate in group effort yet, and this
No.
is her learning.
I was a sitter when we were doing Avatar. Nowadays, I stand, and I think I need more physical energy.
Me too.
Yeah.
I need more.
When I was
physical
that
energy.
age, I had so much energy that it didn't matter. But also at Nick on Sunset, or not Nick on Sunset, at Nick Animation, they had those like stools that happened to be. They had those
standing
like, high
stools.
chairs.
Yeah, high chairs.
Standing stools. So they were like perfectly. So like they wouldn't have to readjust the mic, and I could pop up and stand or sit back, and so
Yeah,
it would kind of.
They
I
were
would
really
vary.
small, so
Yeah.
it was
I just
easy.
feel
They
like
were perfect
sometimes
height for me.
if I'm sitting, I'm not acting. I'm sitting.
I get that. I can't anymore. Now I can't sit. Now I stand.
But
And now I jump. And now like my trouble is like trying to stay.
no, I'm all over that. I'm all over it too. And the other thing is like when we're doing the efforts in the martial arts, like we all become kung fu masters.
Yeah.
In the booth, it's like you guys. I'm only orange belt from when I was 10, but guess what? When I start firebending, I'm a 10th degree black belt.
Ooh.
All arts. I'm all over it. And everyone does. You're like, just do some kicks, do some punches, take some hits. You're like, I'm a badass in my mind for like those moments.
I love it. So you want to do those cheers?
We're doing
Yeah,
cheers.
let's
Yes,
do
do
'em.
cheers.
So we have a cheers to Irv Gray.
Irv Gray, what's up?
Irv Gray.
Cheers.
Irv Gray. Giancarlo, the color
Sounds
in
like a
this
rapper,
episode
Irv
is
Gray.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. I had nothing to do with that.
What
But I
are your
agree.
duties as a director? You doing story more than anything?
Mostly storyboarding on this show. So it was posing and shot choices.
And are you
Color
actually
is all-
drawing?
that's-
As your director, are you
color's-
drawing or are you telling people what to do?
Both.
Both.
I was definitely telling people what to draw, drawing myself, going over their drawings with my drawings, ultimately answering to whatever Brian wanted.
Right. Yeah, I'm
So-
pitching an animated show right now, and if it goes through, I'm definitely not drawing anything. I'm just basically going like, this is what I think.
Yeah.
Artist, what can you make that happen?
Oh man, tired. Tired Sokka.
Another question I can ask you as a director.
I was sitting down for that for sure.
For sure.
When we're usually directing film and television, we're doing angles, we're doing camera lenses, we're doing
Right.
movement, we're doing dolly shots, we're doing things that are moving the story along and just direction and feel. Are you guys, when you're animating, are you like saying let's from a 35, let's push in, let's go to a 80?
Yeah, do you do like depth of field?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you doing that stuff?
I love that you asked that question because normally you don't until you work for Brian Konietzko. Because Brian sees the world through camera lenses.
Oh, cool.
So this was a crazy thing when I started working on the show where he'd be like, okay, we're going to do like a wide angle lens here. And then we're going to cut to a telephoto lens of like, and I was
you
like,
want that. You're like, as a conversation, can we rack from Missoula to Tylee? Can we go from there? And then,
how do you draw that? So I had a very like fast. Oh, there's a funny angry soccer face. Very fast, like crash course in camera lenses working on the show.
Oh wow,
that's very cool.
That's cool to know. The other thing
that was not part of your like animation upbringing. Like when you were learning it, you guys weren't talking in that language.
It's funny. It was like maybe one class on a Tuesday night we covered camera lenses, and then never talked about it for like the first 6 years of my career. Then got on Avatar, and Brian was like, all right, 85 millimeter right here, or else, or it's just not going to work.
Working with certain DPs, not only you're going through camera lenses as far as the numbers, as far as 80 and 75, 135, whatever, we're talking about actual makes of the camera lenses.
Yeah.
We need this Japanese camera lens for the softness.
I'm
like, it's going to cost us an extra so-and-so money to get that package for that friggin' lens. Is that what you want to do? Okay, guess what? We could do that, but it's going to come out of something else. The other thing that I love about the show that it's going to be hard in the live actions, the film and the series when it does happen, is the whole manga aspect of you guys doing, like leaning into that. How was that talked about? Because you're doing stuff with the characters' faces and their eyeballs. It's very manga inspired.
Yeah.
How did you guys tackle that?
That was a lot of Brian kind of leading by like, look at how Miyazaki did it. Look at how Fulikuli did it. Look at how Samurai, or not Samurai Champloo, but what's the sort of predecessor to that with the jet looking dude?
Cowboy Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop.
I got you.
So there was a lot of those kind of like notice how they could pull this off by drawing it this way, and so we had a lot of the DVDs in our office, and we would like pause and step frame and stuff like that.
And did it feel weird trying to like incorporate that animation into this kind of almost dramatic world?
Especially for us, because like you'd be surprised how much of the crew came from King of the Hill that worked on the show. So King of the Hill,
very like Western, like the most just like
not a like super anime, there's no lens choices and stuff in there. It's just very flat, sort of shoot it straight.
And I love those shows because those shows lean in on the comedy and irony and satire, and it's not like the style is like awe-inspiring in any way, shape, or form. You're like, I can't draw, and I feel like I could draw that maybe if you give me a few hours.
Yeah. So it was very steep learning curve.
No kidding.
Poor Aang getting thrown around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone's just on each other's nerves because they're so tired. They just need some sleep. That's all they want is some sleep.
Well, I think this would have happened anyway between Katara and Toph,
but that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a little power struggle going on in the gang there. As you
Absolutely.
The gang.
We got some more drinks to do, some more cheers.
I gotta get more. I gotta get another White Claw. One second.
Get you another White Claw. I've been taking very tiny sips of my drink today because it is very strong.
I like how you slurred slightly.
Yeah, I was like, it's very strong.
Who we cheersing to?
So this cheers is for Alex Day. Said,
what's up?
Shout out Alex
Yay.
Day. Look at those eyes. I love those eyes. Shows Alex Day.
Alex Day.
They said I wasn't planning to donate again this week, but then you started in on the PEMDAS again, so they had to.
The PEMDAS, dude. The panda math. Panda math.
Giancarlo, you
math.
don't understand. Last week, so much of this stream was discussions about math. It was
Are you
mostly
serious?
math.
Well,
It was
we all
so
learned
much
a lot.
bigger.
We
Yeah.
learned.
Actually, for my first episode, it was fitting.
Well, the thing, I mean, Michaela is a Yale graduate. She's a very smart one. She has a lot of other information that other actors
Ooh.
don't have. Jack has that information, but I didn't have it.
I didn't graduate from anywhere.
Man, me neither.
Me neither.
Me
Irvine
neither.
High. I graduated from a high school.
Yeah, high school. We did
Irvine.
That is important.
Yeah,
I
But I missed most of my senior year.
I know, me too. I also did the same thing. You fill out things and they ask like, what's your highest education
Your level of
completion or whatever?
school, yeah.
And I always mark high school and there's all those other boxes below it, and I'm always like, fuck, I guess.
I'm the rare some college.
You know what?
Me
too.
I
Yeah,
did some city college, so I'm like,
You should be checking some college.
I do some college sometimes.
Yeah, you're some
But
college.
sometimes it says completed. What was the highest you completed? And I'm like,
some
Did you
college.
You didn't finish a single class?
I went for 2 classes, and I had 2 classes in Santa Monica City College. One was photography, and the other was drawing.
Oh, that counts.
I think I registered for a class at Santa Monica City College when I was like thinking about going back to college. Like after a couple years after I dropped out, I was living in Santa Monica, and I went over and I signed up too late. I tried to register, and
I dropped out, never got my money
I
back.
signed up too late, and then
It was cool.
Yeah.
I was just like, you're an
God.
unemployed actor at like 19, and you're like, I'm just doing nothing for like a while. I probably should just sign up for some courses.
Yeah. I was on a wait list for a spot in like a psych class, and it was like, you got to go the first couple of weeks and see who
I was
drops
on a
out.
wait list
and
too.
I went the first week, and
I don't know how wait lists work. I'm not showing up to some shit that I'm not on a list for. I'm just not doing it. If I'm not on the list, I'm not going to your club. Put me on the damn list. If I'm not on the list, I'm not going to that line. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's not how I'm living. That was my attitude back then.
You were on the list, baby.
Wow.
You were on all the
Was I on the list? I was like, I'm not just showing up to some random class and begging to get in this class.
I definitely avoided the ones that had because there were some specific classes that had caps because they wanted to keep the lecture hall small, so it was either 50 people or 100 people or whatever. And it'd be usually like women in culture or like food studies or like something that was like really fun. And I
didn't sign up for those classes.
I just can't deal with it. I just can't.
Yeah.
Also, I went to these classes and assessed the room and the potentiality for dates, and then decided I'm good. I'm gonna go to the is there a commissary food court at this college? Because that's where I'm going right now.
So you treated college like the club scene, basically.
Santa Monica College. College.
VIP.
It's basically a club. Santa Monica College is
Checks
basically a club.
UCLA, when I was there, was the top-ranked dining halls in
They're nice.
the country.
They're nice. They're nice.
Wow.
They had a lot of stuff at UCLA. I went over there. I was like, this is
There was a whole like swipes economy of
that
like,
swipe
swiping
economy,
people
and it was
into
like not
things.
some old like chimichangas and just like breakfast burritos. It was like California Pizza Kitchen.
Yeah, no,
Or-
it's nice.
I was like, what's going on here? They're like, yeah, you can go over there and get whatever you like. It was like going to the mall and getting food. I was like, this is weird.
The brownie goop is things of legend. They just had this very hot brownie mush that you would just
Brownie goop.
brownie goop.
It's like hummus.
Uh-oh, here come the mean girls. Here come the fight. Here's this fight. Oh, look at you.
Mean
Look
Girls
at you,
have
Sokka.
been here the whole episode, Dante.
But the fight's happening. The fight is happening.
Oh man.
Oh,
I
shit.
got-
Oh,
oh,
dead
my
arm.
God.
Dead arm. Oh my
Oh.
god.
I think this is one of the first times.
Oh
Tylee hits on
god.
Sokka.
Oh my god. Do people ship Tylee and Sokka?
Yeah, she openly talks about how cute Sokka is. So
why can't that be Taka?
Oh, that's right.
That's Tayaka?
I think it's
Tylaka?
Tylaka. Yeah.
Tayaka.
Some ship names are a lot of work.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. To
I
make
love
remember
how
being
Mae's just
worried
there.
because so Ty Lee was doing the chi blocking on Sokka there. So every time she'd like hit a nerve, his like limbs would go limp. Then you notice at the end of that fight, she
Hits his head.
she hits his head. And
Yeah.
I was I remember being like, would that like kill him? Would
Yeah.
that like
break his neck?
Apparently, Sokka's head, like in the rock paper scissors game of like Avatar, is winner versus Ty Lee chi blocking.
Yeah. Versus a lot of like Bender's abilities. Sokka's head is denser.
Yes, it's denser.
BTW Goatfella is saying it's soily. Soily.
Soily.
Soily.
All right. I might have. Yeah. Okay. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. Even Sokka says when she hits him on the head, he goes, "Nice try," but no.
There you go.
right.
Here comes the Mexican standoff. The Mexican standoff right here. Pure on Western.
Yeah. This is where it got very Western.
People got scared.
Lens flare animation. Come on.
The lens flare. J.J. Abrams up in here. You got some J.J. Abrams going on?
He snuck in.
This is Mike DiMartino staging right here.
Really?
This is what you would have had, Netflix. You could have had this.
That's a lovely shot.
Look at that telephoto lens.
Look at that telephoto. I love those wide angles, landscape shots, soft backgrounds. Come on. Is that the portrait? Is that the portrait setting in the iPhone? What's going on?
Yeah,
here?
that's how
portrait setting.
They were.
It's interesting because I feel like in Korra, Toph aging is similar in a weird way to like Iroh aging. They kind of just disconnect from everybody, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go be at peace with nature and just live my life. They're like both. They're kind of weird little parallels of each other in like different forms. It's interesting. Yeah.
I like that.
Toph is very zen. I have to admit, I have not seen the Toph episodes in Korra.
A lot of people can't sit like that. Can you all sit like that?
Squat?
I can't.
With your feet flat on the ground.
Yes,
I can.
I'm
you, Michaela?
Asian.
Are you going to demonstrate?
Yeah. I can do it.
All right. I want to see whoever can do it demonstrate. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean,
funny story. I was invited to the Democratic some DNC thing, and it was like all these actors in Westwood, and we were waiting around forever. And like Jewel was supposed to sing, and we're there, and there was like all these actors there, a bunch of people. But of course, like a lot of the Asians found each other because we're like this Asian clique at the the Democratic thing, and it was so long. We ended up just squatting like this, like in the middle of Westwood.
Yeah.
And they were like, damn, is this crazy? Like the 6 Asians here are in a squat circle waiting for Jewel to come out and sing. And like Ben Affleck and them are looking at us like, what are these guys doing?
What's happening over there?
I
do
love
it all
that.
the time. It's a
I
more
feel like-
comfortable squat.
I feel like
Lisa's
we should
very good at
be more encouraged in general society to learn how to squat.
Is Lisa part Asian? I forget, Jack.
Lisa's half Japanese, yeah.
Yes, I knew it.
And she's got the squat thing down in that way as well.
And so your daughter's a quarter Japanese.
Quarter Japanese. She's a quarter Japanese. She's like an eighth. I'm only like a quarter Italian. She's an eighth Italian and has passed and has inherited this very Italian last name.
Desena is a very Italian, and I'm Filipino and also have a very Italian first name and last name, as does Giancarlo Volpe.
Yes.
But Giancarlo Volpe is very Italian.
Very Italian.
Yeah.
And Mike is Italian, right?
Yeah.
A lot of Italian stuff going on in the show.
Dave Filoni.
Oh, Dave Filoni on the show. Look at these. Look at these extreme close-ups to the eye. And of course, the gangster ass Azula with the blue fire just going crazy. She could kill the Avatar if she wanted to, but around right now, she's
very powerful right now.
She's very OP. We call that OP.
Yes. Yeah, we do. We have some more cheers to do.
Cheers. Oh, but here comes Zuko. Like, sis, guess what?
Being a Moscow Mule, it is now just pure gin. So
beautiful. You'll love to see it. So
this is called the Watermelon Lord White Claw.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So this is a cheers to Sarah, our lovely Sarah.
Sarah Nicole. Cheers to all y'all Floridians out there. Stay safe.
Yeah. She gave us a math problem.
Oh shit!
I can't do it.
Will
the answer's
require
4.
Panda.
4. The answer's 4 right now.
It's not. That's not the answer. I already did it, and that's not the answer.
Okay, let's go.
I'm gonna put it in the chat because you have to use PEMDAS to solve it.
You don't think I can just visualize my PEMDAS?
You might be able to, but not everybody else. You know
I got it.
Dante has to solve this.
I'm not doing math
Dante's
today.
gotta do it.
I ain't doing math today. I haven't even eaten.
Sarah paid money for this.
Go, Sarah. Go, Sarah. Don't be giving me no
Alright.
PEMDAS math. I can't do it. I don't know what's going on with
Oh, you can
PEMDAS.
totally do it.
I actually know more math than you. I mean, I failed trigonometry. Is this trigonometry?
No, it's just PEMDAS.
Okay, I almost failed trigonometry, but then I came back.
I don't know how to do the division symbol right now, so I'm just gonna
Just
fake it.
backslash it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna backslash it.
Azula. Oh, here comes Toph.
I have already saved their butts like 7 times. this
Okay,
week.
all right,
Like,
Earth Kingdom.
literally, like,
Okay,
there's
Earth
no
A
Kingdom.
lot of
joke.
proving herself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
No.
Iroh came with the
Whoa.
belly on his knee.
With the belly
bump.
bump. I remember Kisu demonstrating that.
I
So
feel like
good.
Uncle Iroh should just slap his niece one time, like, child, relax. He's the dragon of the
Crazy.
West. This is a standoff. And what you doing there, Sokka, with the boomerang? We all benders up in here. Oh, no!
Oh!
Uncle! And then everyone
There it
hit her with some shit. We could have killed Azula right
was-
there too.
Yeah,
She should
right
be
there,
dead.
It was 4-on-1 plus Sokka.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
true.
no.
Yes.
All
All
We
right.
did it. We
Get
killed
away from
Iroh.
us.
The math
Yeah,
problems.
but
in the
you
chat.
could have killed Azula there too. She could be dead. I mean, she got hit with all 4 elements.
She did.
And a
but-
boomerang. And a boomerang.
Yeah.
And a boomerang.
Wait, is this
Azula's
right?
a great
This-
league player.
This
What?
equation you put in here. This seems kind of.
I missed the equation
It's
because I
you
got
gotta
two.
use the PEMDAS. You gotta use.
What is
PEMDAS.
it? I didn't even see an equation. What I don't. I don't-
Maybe I'm confused about how it's written. Maybe there
I
is.
thought the backslash is just the divide.
All right,
yeah,
all
but
right. That was the
it's the-
episode. That
is-
was the episode right there, you
That
guys.
was the episode.
She could
Giancarlo.
Thank you.
Great
thank you.
work. People were scared that we killed Iroh, but no one was scared that we killed Azula.
No,
Right.
because she was.
How
considered
did
the bad
she get
guy.
out of there? I mean, we should have killed that chick. I
I
mean, it's
know.
my sister, but like we
She's
threw
too
full on
strong.
elements at her.
She's too strong.
She's so OP. You
Yeah.
guys
She-
built Azula to be so OP. I mean, she's
It was too
unkillable.
much.
She's got like blue fire, blue. She can do lightning. It's like this chick. She got mind control over her friends. Are all scared of her. Even her best friends are scared of her. She's like OP.
She was.
Yeah, she was
How
definitely.
do you beat that?
You don't really.
you don't. I assume I
Yeah,
haven't
you-
finished watching the show.
Yeah.
Was
because-
there what I heard? There were rumors of Azula having a redemption arc.
There were.
What did we think about that, Giancarlo? There's NDAs and all kinds of stuff going through. his-
yeah, I'm
stuff
trying to
runs through
figure out
us.
what I can legally say.
No, rumors. There were rumors. I mean, not that it ever
I
happened.
have
I mean,
heard the rumors. I have
there's
heard the
rumors,
but
rumors.
There,
I'm not
there was.
confirming
Or
or
denying.
them.
There was an interview where Aaron said out loud that if there was maybe they were doing a 4th season, and in the 4th season he intended on giving Azula a redemption arc. There is an actual interview where he said that himself out
Right.
loud.
Okay,
Right.
but later, but like because within
After-
the scope of all of that, it felt right to. I think if you're gonna redeem Zuko in that sort of timeline or in that like.
Let's
within
not
those
steal
first 3 seasons,
Zuko's
you don't wanna then
fire.
jump-
Like, are we gonna
Yeah,
just
yeah.
steal Zuko's redemption fire and give it to Azula's punk ass?
But later, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he even said it was going to be like a longer, more difficult one, but he still wanted to do it.
But guess what?
No.
The Joker.
happen.
Is there a redemption arc for the Joker? The Joker's the Joker. Guess
You're
what
right.
Azula?
You don't need it.
There's some
You don't
people that are
need it.
just like, guess what? That's just what they do.
And
Did
I
the-
think like your desire to like have a redemption arc for her is part of what makes her a good villain. Is like you're a teenage girl like all these other
Yeah,
characters.
yeah.
Like, you're of the age. You shouldn't be this like crazy, truly maniacal villain. But like, it kind
Right.
of feels good.
But there's
that, like, no,
always
she's
that
actually
girl
dark.
or
Yeah.
guy in the clique that you're just like, you're gonna end up in prison one day. You are. I
You
like
just
you.
know.
You're the homie. I might even dated a few of them. But guess what? Sooner or later, you're gonna be in prison, and we're gonna remember you for like
Nice knowing you.
all the fun shit we did.
Nice
but
knowing you.
we all knew like your ass is
We
going
will
to jail someday.
shout you out during our.
We'll shout you
animated
out. There's no
series.
saving you. There's no saving
you out.
You ain't listening
By
to
the way-
nobody.
I love how
Just to
Michaela's
briefly
just
address the
destroying
math.
that salad.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
now.
Oh, you want to
She's
address
going
that?
ham on
I
that
didn't even
salad.
see the
Check
I
out
love
the
that you
smash
just
up.
made a giant bowl and you're just like,
I'm
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
hungry.
So
Go-
hungry.
please don't let
I'm
me stop
hungry
you.
too. I haven't eaten yet. That salad looks good. What was the math problem? Did you
It's
get the?
in the chat. It's in the chat.
I ain't
I'm
see
gonna
it.
argue maybe it's a transcription error, but I'm gonna argue that this is written incorrect. Like that if we're PEMDASing.
Yeah, it's left to right.
I don't know
No,
about
but it's
PEMDAS.
not. That's
I
the whole
didn't even
point of
see one
PEMDAS.
number.
Well, but you still you do PEMDAS, but then you still do it left to right.
Right, but within this parentheses here, within this parenthetical.
But when you read Arabic, it's the opposite.
it should be not to spoil the math here for people, but I feel like the way it's transcribed here, it should be 18 over 30, not
I can't
3
do
times
that.
5.
I can't do that. I don't do fractions.
But maybe I'm reading. Maybe I'm
I know,
maybe I'm
because
PEMDASing bad.
It's 18 divided by 6 is the first.
I don't do fractions.
But we're within that parenthetical, so don't you go to the multiplication first? Isn't that the whole
No,
point?
you still do it left to right.
I don't think you do. I think that's the whole
do
point
whichever
of
one.
PEMDAS.
No, you do whichever one comes first.
6
No,
into 8 is.
that's the whole idea of the order of operations. It tells you.
I
which order
have
to
a
do them.
teacher telling me.
But guess what? Guess what though? 18
What?
over 6 is 4.
You wouldn't go 18 over 6. All right. And yes, of course, Dante nailed it.
No.
Am I wrong? I don't do
Yeah,
fractions.
it's 3. Yeah.
It's you
I
do
mean, hold on a
whichever
second.
comes first.
It's 3.
The rule
If
is
you just do whichever
first.
comes first, then why do we have to memorize PEMDAS?
We don't. We don't memorize PEMDAS. We don't do it. We're not doing PEMDAS. It's not for us. We're here.
What is
We
PEMDAS?
play cartoon characters, and we're not doing PEMDAS. We're not doing it.
Yes.
That's
You know,
the
it's-
rule.
you reminded me. I had to reach out to my math teacher once. It was this
What
random
was
thing.
what was
where-
his or her name?
Oh man, Miss Ketchin or something like that.
My
I can't
geometry
remember.
teacher's name, Miss Thompson. I remember. Shout out to Miss Thompson. I don't even know if you're alive anymore. Thanks for passing me in geometry, even though I didn't deserve it.
But I had to actually reach out to her because a mutual phone number I was trying to get, and I was like, "This I know sounds random. I haven't talked to you in years, but I kind of need a blah blah blah." And she was like, "Wait, I kind of remember you. Are you the one who would draw on your math homework all the time?"
Oh
And I
wow!
was like, "Yeah, that was me." So what are you doing now? I was like, "I actually got
I
this
draw
job
for a
in
living.
animation."
I draw for a living now.
Yeah, draw for a living. She goes, "That is amazing. I have to ask, do you ever use math?"
Nope.
And I was like, nope.
You're like, I go to the grocery
Sorry.
store. I do pay my bills and the bill at the restaurant.
Yes, that's the hardest part of my day is when we go to lunch and we have to figure out the tip.
Yeah.
That's the hardest.
Although
math.
I've been at home a lot lately, and so I've been doing some home improvement stuff, and so that ruler, that little thing comes out,
Yeah.
and I start looking at how many tiles or what do
Did
I
you
need
start-
for this wall? How can I?
You PEMDAS it.
I
You PEMDAS the
PEMDAS it.
square
I'm
feet.
gonna PEMDAS real quick here. So I see that like the theory is that it should be 13, right? But to me, what it is 18 over 30 minus 2, which is we can call 9/15 minus 30/15. So we've got negative 21/15, right? Which is negative
7.
negative 1 point, whatever, negative 7/3. So negative 1 point,
The
whatever.
answer is 13.
I don't think it is.
It's 13. But check
Negative
this out.
1.4.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you,
answer is
Jordan.
13. 1 plus 3 in
I think it's
numerology
negative 1.4.
is
I think it's
4.
negative 1.4.
There you go. So there, Dante, you were right. The answer is 4.
Michaela, you know the answer
No.
was always 4. In
No.
13, 1 plus 3 in numerology is 4.
No.
It is.
No.
So somebody donated to join the Zoom. I'm gonna send that invite out.
Okay, let's say hi to the Zoom before we
Also,
roll out here.
Jorgensen, who is a PhD in math, is saying I am correct.
Really?
You can be a doctor of math?
But like they can't even
hard
see.
here.
They can't even see the the equation though.
You could be a doctor of math?
No, Sarah threw it in chat. I think
Oh.
I'm PEMDASing hard. Michaela's backing me up.
You know what? I'm going to say 4. Yeah.
Stop it. Get out of here.
Yeah, you do
Dante.
6 times 5 first. So you
I
got 18.
finally
Yeah.
actually looked at the formula, and my guess would be 13. But
Yeah,
you're
that's the
saying
answer.
that 6 times 5 comes first, so it's 18/30ths.
Well,
Is that what you're saying, Jeff?
That's how I read it. But now R. Smith is saying if PEMDAS was true, then I'd be correct. But
It's not true.
multiplication and
sometimes
division
there
are
were always
different order of
exceptions with
operations?
these.
Can we
things,
do
right?
it in Panda? Can you do it in
if they're
Panda?
tied
Can you
in
do it
order
in
of
Panda?
operations, then it's 13.
Can you do it in
I
Panda math one time?
Yeah.
What's the answer in Panda?
On Panda Math, it's a dance party.
Oh damn! I have the full. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I love that
Giancarlo,
we
there's
are
a
like-
lot of stuff. This is Let's Watch
trying to
Avatar Party,
learn.
but we go
I
into a
gotta
lot of
teach my
other
daughter math, you
dimensions
know?
of the
The
world here.
grouping
It's not going to be live
symbol-
schooling for the next 13 years. So I'm going to
We have
to
the
teach my daughter-
solution.
Yes.
We have the solution right here. It says the grouping symbol has the highest priority. That means we must first simplify everything inside. Within the parentheses,
That's what
we
a
have
parenthesis
the
is.
operations of division and multiplication.
Yes.
Since they have the same importance, the order how they appear from left to right will determine which goes first.
No.
So
In
the
this
PEMDAS,
case,
it could
we
be
divide
it
first
could be
and multiply.
Please excuse, dear, my Aunt Sally would
Yes.
be acceptable.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
No.
Yeah. After simplifying the expression inside the parentheses, we will have subtraction and division left. It is
Mm-mm.
obvious that division should be calculated first before subtraction.
No.
That's the answer. There you go.
Well,
we
then
did it.
13, I'm reading loud and clear. I understand.
I don't.
Yeah,
Nope.
you got it.
Thank you for the
got
math.
it,
then.
right?
Thank you for the
Yeah.
lesson.
I just saw a
genuinely thought-
TikTok. Remind me of this TikTok I just watched this morning where the guys said mouse, mice, house, heist.
Nice.
Stop
Louse
that.
lice too. Louse lice. So
Louse
lice.
lice is real though.
Louse lice is real.
Louse
Louse lice.
lice
Mouse
is
mice, louse lice. Why not house ice?
louse. I mean, you rarely
think
call a single piece of lice a louse, but it is a louse.
Louse.
Louse, lice, mouse,
Right.
mice, house, heist.
I like it. You know what? You know gnocchi? Like you get
Gnocchi.
a bowl of gnocchi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them is a gnocco.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Fascinating.
One
We're
spaghetti,
learning
Is this-
so many
yeah.
things.
a spaghetto.
A
Un
spag-
spaghetto.
Un spaghetto.
Spaghetto.
That's if you like. If you
I
drop
don't know
one
if
on the
you're
floor,
ever
it's a
ordering a
spaghetto.
spaghetti. Can I just get one spaghetto?
I just want
One
one.
spaghetto.
I have ordered one raviolo. I have definitely seen restaurants where they
Yeah.
give you a
Well,
single
that-
giant
That
raviolo.
mozza, the mozza has that big old
They do that big
raviolo
ass
with the egg on it.
eggs. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh man, when
I want some
um,
pasta right now, y'all. Let's go to
yes.
mozza. Is it open?
Yes.
when quarantine is over, can we all go to matzah?
Yeah.
Please?
We're there. Oh yeah, we definitely.
They
I'm
do. I
in.
looked into this.
They got a
for-
tape. They have a
for-
private table. They have a
they have
private table.
room in the back.
We
Yeah,
do
could
it,
Like
yes.
a whole big. We could do a let's
One.
watch.
Yeah,
Let's do a let's
it.
watch mozza.
Yeah.
When Michaela gets
Yeah.
to town, we'll do a let's watch mozza.
Yeah, we
It's
will
my
Within the
favorite.
schedule
next
it.
6 or 7 years, I think.
You
we'll
guys,
be, we'll be
For
ready.
for people that don't know out there, mozza's it's one of my favorite restaurants in LA. It's
Yeah. Nancy Silverton
Nancy Tillerson, but it was originally Mario Battelli opened it.
with
What-
Nancy Silverton.
Together.
Right.
So, but he's also kind of during the Me Too movement. He got.
That's why I'm emphasizing the Nancy Silverton.
I
part.
know.
Yes.
I know. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I got what you were doing, Jack. I'm here.
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
such amazing food, and this is the thing. Since you're all on my stream and we are homies, a lot of people don't know this. Mozza at the back bar, which is called the Amaro Bar, Monday through Thursday, they have the Amaro Bar special, and it used to be like $35 for a 3-course meal for the appetizer, mozza, and a pasta, and a glass of wine and a dessert,
Not bad.
With an Amaro? Do you get an Amaro with the?
and you get Amaro at the end.
Wow.
$35.
Ooh.
But I think
wanna do
I
that
think now it's
now.
$42. But when we started
Same
going,
thing happened with at Little Dom's, which is in my neighborhood.
Yeah, I love
the-
Little
the-
Dom's
The
too.
Monday like prefix menu has creeped up a little bit, but is still a phenomenon.
but no one knows it's like such a sneak thing. It's only available at the back bar, and it's Monday through Thursday. And I would just roll up there and just go in. Oh, we have the hey, Caitlin and Vishai. I love the. Is that hello Zuko here mask?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
And you look at her eyes. She's got Fire Nation and Water Nation.
Oh my God, Zutara forever. Zutara forever.
Yeah.
Glenn and Vishay, we met at Mid-Us Anime this last week.
Yes.
Great to
Yes,
see you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought you were pulling out some con you met him at 2 years ago. I was like, damn, Jack, you.
Oh, no.
100.
It was Saturday. I remember it was Saturday.
So where are you guys calling in from?
Toronto.
Specifically Brampton.
Brampton, Toronto. Shout out to Toronto.
What?
Whoa, the 6th.
I have a lot
it.
of family in Toronto.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah. We're just to be clear, we're talking about Toronto, Canada, not Toronto.
Yeah.
Airport in. Okay. Yeah, I have a ton of family in Toronto, like Stony Creek and Mississauga, and
yes.
I'm trying to think of other places.
I love Toronto, man. I shot
Niagara Falls. I have people. I know Niagara Falls is not quite the same, but I have family there too.
It's not that far. But I love Toronto. I partied a lot. I mean, I shot a movie in Toronto, so I spent a lot. There was like a 3-month period in my life where me and my crew, we ran Toronto for like 3 months.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I went to a film festival in Toronto in last October and absolutely loved it. Was supposed to go back and wasn't able to because of quarantine.
Actually, we were there together, right, Jack? For I'm not misremembering this, right?
For vacation.
No, there was a Dragon Prince Con. I was not there.
Oh, you weren't at that one. Dang it.
You brought the Canadians to that one.
You guys, there's my favorite sandwich in the world in Toronto at this place called California Sandwiches. But it's the original because I know they franchise now, and it's weird, but it's this Italian. You go to the original one, and it's all these old Italian women making the chicken cutlet sandwich at California Sandwiches. Oh my God! I've literally got off the plane in Toronto and told my driver, don't forget the hotel. Let's go directly to California Sandwiches. And then I met this Viner. And I was talking about it, and he goes, "Oh my God, that's my aunt's store. I used to work there for the summers." And he's like, "I was like, dog, I'll do a Vine with you right now. Let's just jump on a plane and go get those sandwiches right now."
Yes.
But I'm sorry, we're just cutting into. How are you guys doing? We're just got excited about.
Let me tell the native Toronto people everything about Toronto.
About this one sandwich one time.
They're from a small con called Anime Shogatsu in 2018, I believe. It was at the Japanese Canadian Cultural Center. It was great. That was last time.
That sounds awesome.
It was wonderful.
You guys are naming things that we haven't even done or heard of.
Are you guys native Torontonians? Canadian? Shout out to Canada.
Yeah. No, Giancarlo, you mentioned Mississauga. I go to school in Mississauga at the University of Toronto. They have a campus there.
That's amazing. I think my cousin went there.
Very cool.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
What are you studying?
So I'm a double major in computer science and French. And yesterday I just had my stats final. So.
Hey.
Oh, congratulations.
That's
we'll get that
awesome.
out of the way.
I don't know what that
Can
means.
you solve this equation that's in chat?
Can you take a peek in the chat and tell us?
Was it 13 or 4
Yes, the answer
or a
is
fraction?
13.
I never saw the.
Okay.
I dropped it back in chat.
I didn't see the answer. The question.
Yes,
either.
yes. Please decode this for us.
He can do that one because I took stats when I was in university. So I'm 26 now, so shout out Michaela, 26-year-old. But yeah,
I got like one more
year.
year. I'm close.
So close.
So close.
I tried with stats because it's mandatory, and I failed the first time. I got a 40-something%. I had to take it again. So he's the math one.
Wow.
Definitely.
What did you study? Vishay, what'd you study?
Right?
What did you study?
Oh, I studied it's this program called Justice Studies. So it's like a combination of law, psychology, sociology, and like policing.
Very cool.
Wow.
That sounds cool. I like that.
Oh,
yeah, it's 13, guys.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes, but in numerology, 13
I'm just saying,
is
St. Francis of
naturally a 4.
Assisi in Braintree, Massachusetts, has failed me because I thought PEMDOTs. I did not know the M and D were interchangeable. So
They are.
I read that as 18 over 30.
Yeah.
M and D are interchangeable.
It's in order as they happen.
No.
Yes.
You can't have a word that interchanges
it's
characters.
Literally,
that's Pedmos.
Like
is that Pedmos?
It could be Pedmos, apparently. It could
Pedmos.
be Pedmosa. Because I also
it's
learned
supposed
we're
to be
interchangeable.
Make up
it's
stuff.
supposed to be parentheses, exponents, like multiplication and or division. Like it's like an and or,
foreign
not
languages to me right now,
so
Bridget.
don't
Don't speak foreign languages in here. We only English speaking
same
here.
thing with addition.
I mean,
Dante, get out.
Here in Ontario,
Yo,
we
Braintree,
learn
shout
like
out to
GEDMAS.
Yeah,
So-
you're
Do
learning
you?
French also because you guys are you're Canadian, so you guys must be close to the Montreal spot. No, you just
Yeah.
like
But
the
did you-
French. You just like the
Yeah,
French.
no, yeah, we speak French. He's better at it than I am, but yeah, we speak French.
Wait.
Do you say
Je
you
parle
learn?
français un
You
peu.
do ped mas?
Bed mass.
Yeah, bed mass.
So it's like brackets, exponents,
Division, multiplication, addition,
Canadian.
So
subtraction.
brackets instead of
Canadian.
parentheses.
Canadian,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question. So you're eating food, and then you get a little something on the side of your mouth, and you wipe your mouth. What's that piece of paper called?
A napkin?
Napkin.
Okay.
Napkin.
So my family calls it a serviette.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Oh.
I never heard that
Super
word
common.
before. I never heard that
'Cause
word
it's-
before.
The
It's
thing
because
that
we have in Canada, we have like the British influence. So like serviette.
Well, serviette
So
is
that's
Not
a-
called British influence. It's called
never
you
mind,
guys
it's French.
are.
It's not British.
I was gonna say it's French.
It's not British influence. You guys are a British. You guys are a British Commonwealth. I don't know what you guys are. What y'all? Aren't y'all Commonwealth?
All sorts of French speaking, all of it.
Aren't y'all Commonwealth? Am I wrong? I don't know. I love Canada. Shout out to Canada.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
back?
Wait,
You're back.
what's going on here?
Welcome
What
back.
happened?
We're a little tipsy now. We're just all over the place. But y'all have questions for any of us? We can answer math questions, artistic
Yeah.
questions.
We're very good at math. If
We
you-
can talk
speak
about
French.
proven
Bridget can speak
by-
French. We got earthbending DVDs. We have other stuff. We can measure things.
Also, shout out to Braintree. Multiple people, when I said Braintree, Massachusetts, multiple people said they're either from there or driving through there.
Wow.
I
Nice.
thought
Shout out
you said
Braintree. I lived
Braintree.
in Randolph until I was 11. I went to school in Braintree, where the Adamses, where John Quincy Adams is from. Right next to my
Nice.
Catholic elementary school was the John Quincy Adams Library. We would walk
When you
there.
were saying Braintree, I thought you were talking about an app that we can look up this equation in or something.
It does sound like a learning.
Yeah,
It
app.
does. It does.
Like
All
I
right,
put
so
that.
ask us questions about math or anything else.
Or we can ask them questions.
Okay, so I had one question. So if your characters were like modernized, like what would your character's Spotify playlist look like?
Ooh.
I'd have like a
Because
lot of.
I figured that like Zuko would be listening to some like emo
Angst.
punk.
Oh, yeah.
type,
Kind of, but you
um,
probably have a lot of Drake on there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a Dante influence. I don't
No,
think
because
that's
the
very
thing
Zuko.
about it is like he's tough, but he got the emo side. So like Drake got that like emo rap. He's
Drake
kind
is
of like
kind of emo rap.
he is. He's always
Yeah.
like kind of like you know what I'm saying? He's kind of he want to be tough, but he's emotional. He's an emotional rapper.
Is that Zuko? Wanna
That's
be tough, but he's
Zuko.
emotional?
Zuko's like that emotional hip hop.
Yeah.
Like I'm in there, and he hang out with the gangsters, but he ain't really a gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He hang out with all those bad chicks.
I
but
see
he,
it. I doubted you. I doubted that call at first, but now you convinced me.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
You're like,
maybe.
you know, he's
And he's from Toronto.
There you
he's
go.
from the six. Shout out to the six. Shout out to the six.
Sokka,
So here's
I
a-
would say one playlist. I don't know all the general music, but one playlist for sure he would have is just some throwback R&B jams
Yeah.
that come into use for Sokka. I think pretty
Absolutely.
surprisingly often.
Does Sokka have like one of those mixtapes that sets the mood for romance, but he never actually uses it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, throws it on, has to wade through a couple of Spotify ads. Hold on.
Sometimes I see Sokka too as like
cool.
kind of like that fun, like it's high pitch. He's kind of got that pop punk thing.
Oh,
He got
for sure.
a lot of like Charlotte.
Voice is almost a pop punk.
A pop punk. That whole era of pop punk.
Yeah.
He
So
was
if
there.
I could have, yeah. If I could sing at all, I would have gone so hard to pop punk as a teenager.
Good Charlotte. You've been like right. Good Charlotte.
Oh, I got it
Like all those dudes.
I feel like I'm a little. It depends on how she would be in modern times. I've seen so many like good art inspos of just like what her style would be and her vibes. But I feel like she would either be very much like 90s girl band, like solo girl anthem, like Meredith Brooks, like Alanis Morissette, just like lots of
Yeah.
things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like
then
grungy side of Lilith. Yeah, that.
right, maybe like a little bit of Billie Eilish thrown into like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
because of that. But then also I feel like she would be down with like kind of EDM tropically like rap fusion. It's like because it's not just hardcore rap, but I feel like she would like something a little bit more pop infused, just to like have some beats, because the beats is where she's gonna thrive, like as well.
Right?
Yes.
You
Toph
don't think
feels the bass.
Yeah,
you don't
100%.
think she'd
on
be
a level.
a metalhead?
Oh,
Just
she could be
because
metal.
of
No, she
metalhead?
could be metal. She's a little tough
I
like
feel
that.
I'm trying to figure out what age. I don't know if that would be like. Is that like a college phase? Like, where in her growth would that really like?
My metalhead phase was like 9 to 12.
Okay, maybe not.
Moving into like Korn and Seven Dust when I was like 10. I was just like feeling it.
Yeah, but the bass does make sense. She's just like, as she's like kind of like 20 something top, like at the drum and bass club underground, just vibing in the drum and bass room, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Top's in front of the speaker, just kind of getting down.
Yep.
I can see Top as a breakdancer for sure.
Oh my god. Yeah.
She's like small, low to the
Moves
ground.
Moves the dance floor around her.
Yeah, it's like she's doing moves that no one else could even be like, what is? How do you do that?
I make the floor dance, and just being on the dance floor.
Exactly.
100%.
I like that question. More questions, y'all.
I will say this.
You go to the next question.
Okay, well,
I was like, Giancarlo, what were you saying? What Giancarlo were you saying?
Yeah.
Oh, just real quick. This may sound incredibly on the nose, but when I was working on Avatar, I listened to a ton of Wu-Tang Clan. Like I had Wu-Tang in the headphones.
I love
had
that.
Kung Fu on the TV, like old, like 70s Kung Fu, and I was drawing.
You're like, can I just get osmosis
So
in?
Aang, maybe most of all, is infused with that Wu-Tang energy.
Sometimes you're doing art and you're like, can I just get some osmosis into my body? I do that sometimes when I'm like working on characters, when I'm about to do a movie, television show. It's like I have all the pictures on the wall, watching all the movies, and I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna come out of me, but hopefully somewhere in my sleep it just amalgamates with my DNA and will come out in the character ultimately.
There's an element of that in drawing too.
Yeah. Questions? So we guys questions?
Okay, yeah. Sorry, the audio just cut out for a second, but we're back. So this is more of like a, I guess, general question. It's just, do you guys believe in any paranormal stuff? / have you ever witnessed something that you couldn't explain?
All your stories.
Yes.
This is not character related. This is
not at all.
The painted lady?
Yeah, I'm Filipino, so guess what Filipinos are? Filipinos are cultish Catholics. And so I've seen some stuff growing up that is inexplainable, and I don't know. I've seen people possessed, doing things at my grandmother's prayers, and this is under Catholicism, and it's like,
which at least the Italians here, yes,
Italians know what's going on there.
Very Catholic.
So I've seen older women praying till they got possessed by other spirits and start talking about stuff, and I'm like, this is wild, very, very, very wild. But yeah, I mean, I'm a, we live in LA, a lot of crazy stuff that go on around here, for sure.
I feel like I haven't had any specific, as far as like that imagery that you painted with like the woman praying being possessed. But I personally, I don't know if you know what like an indigo child is, but my mother felt that I possibly was one, because I would always say, hey mom, the phone is ringing, hey mom, someone's at the door, and I would like guess people's phone numbers and stuff when I was younger. And
whoa.
Yeah.
Michaela, are you the Avatar? What's going on here?
Wait, did she have seismic sense?
Seismic sense.
I don't know if it
Sixth
was
sense.
about like energies, because that's how I feel about things now. It's like when I enter a space or like a certain town or a house or people, like I just feel differently, but I haven't like encountered necessarily somebody being like possessed or like an actual figure or something. But like things sometimes feel just quiet, or sometimes things feel charged. So it's just like, I don't know.
I'm hip to that.
Oh, we gotta talk more about this, Michaela.
If you watch past streams, you know I can get the proper amount of tipsy where I can actually move things like roulette balls.
Yes.
we have heard about this.
So
I will just quickly, I don't want to do it in like a rain on anything way, but I'm just like the very opposite energy. I'm very supportive of people who interact with those things and whatever, but I'm very much like anything that reads to me as supernatural or in a slightly different way, but a similar part of my brain. Anything that reads like conspiracy theory, like my immediate processing is like, what are all the like very minute, dumb ways to explain that? What's the like, what could that be other than that? And like, I can't shut off that part of my brain.
Oh yeah, focusing on the science. It's very Sokka, you know.
That is a very
you know?
Sokka answer.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Can it explain the weather? Yes, it can.
Yes, it can.
There are lots of explanations, though. Oftentimes, you can like tie two things together, but then in instances where it's just like, why am I telling my mom that the phone is ringing and then it isn't, and then 30 seconds later it does? Like, why? You know,
You're paranormal. Your paranormal activity. You
Yes.
of yourself is paranormal, Michaela.
So have you
But
seen...
also people's memories are bad, and maybe your mom is
fine.
remembering like one time you said that, and then like 5 minutes later it rang, and then one time you said that, and then it actually did ring closely, and she's like, you do this all the time, when really like you kind of did it once.
No, it's possible. These are all like they're valid discussion points.
Giancarlo, was it
But
we saying
also
Giancarlo?
legitimately, I don't friggin' know. Like,
So let's say
probably.
You know the Annabelle from the
Yeah.
Conjuring movies
Yes.
is based on a real doll. It's like a
Right,
Raggedy Ann doll.
And that doll
I can't
got
watch
out.
that. I can't watch that. I can't watch
and
that.
allegedly,
Yeah.
allegedly they kept it in a glass case because they were like, whatever you do, don't let this thing out.
They did.
So
I've seen
my
the glass
question,
case it was in.
My question to all of you is: would you walk up to this case by yourself?
No.
Open the glass, hold it for just
No.
30 seconds,
No.
maybe
No.
pat it, and then put it back.
No.
So I'm close to Jack in that I'm usually there's got to be some scientific explanation. But my answer to that question is hell never.
Hell never. Nah, I'm good.
So I'm somewhere between superstitious and super
No.
practical.
Here's
Super
the difference.
practical is great.
How
I
much
like
would
that.
someone have to pay you?
Ooh.
So, okay, so
Oof.
yes. So just to frame it, so I agree, like, no, I would not choose to do that because I too have some innate Catholic fucking superstitious thing.
A little
Yeah.
bit. It's always there.
But how much would someone have to pay me? Like a drink. Like,
A
I'll
drink
buy
and I'll
you a
do
drink.
it.
You're
That's the
cheap. You're
difference.
cheaper
Not
than
like
me.
you would not have to pay me $200. It would be like, hey, we'll go get pizza after this. And
I
it's
don't
all
want to
good.
be scared. I ain't trying to be
Dude,
scared.
He's a baby.
There's like, I have this something in my house where like I was sleeping one night and I felt like some woman was like looking down on me.
Go on.
And I was like, what the? And then I found out like years ago, a few tenants ago, like an older lady passed away at my place, and I'm like, this chick is in my fucking place still kicking it with me.
You have sleep paralysis? I have like really intense sleep paralysis, so maybe you're just dealing with some of that.
It might have been, but like every now and then I can feel.
I have like very,
Perfect explanation.
I really bad sleep paralysis.
Love it.
I'm very practical also, but I've also seen some weird stuff that's like, I've also moved some things, Jack, with my mind.
What?
I have to feel. I have to feel the back to my original statement. I'd have to feel what it felt like to stand in the room with the doll, and then that would depend on how much you'd have to pay.
So you'd have to seismic sense it first and then decide.
I don't like weird
Ooh.
dolls. I'm not about no weird dolls doing
I
weird
think
shit.
things move around, and so
Yeah.
like there might not be anything necessarily present. at the moment,
Every
it'll come
of
back.
those movies with that damn doll, the girl one and then the guy one, and I see the trailer in the movies, and the first
we
thought of my
please-
mind is hell no.
Yes, wait. We
Hell,
have to do
hell
this.
no.
Halloween, we should have like.
terrified
I'm
of
not
horror-
watching those movies. I don't want
horror
no fuck that doll.
Listen.
I'm not watching those doll movies. I don't like those doll movies.
I already do spooky Saturdays because spooky's my shit.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
Yes.
I don't
but,
like
like,
being
It
scared.
would take an entire like whole other stream for me to talk about all my stuff. But like,
I
do you
will
know
say-
word on the street is that doll is got out, right?
I heard
Annabelle
about
doll,
this.
she got
The
out.
doll got out.
It is
Got out.
missing.
No,
It is
but-
missing right
but-
now.
And
Fuck
no
that
person
doll.
would ever be incentivized to take it for fun.
I would
that
absolutely be
doll.
incentivized to
No,
take
but
it
the
for fun.
brother-in-law.
Oh, well, then maybe that
brother-in-law
explains it.
actually said,
I haven't.
The brother-in-law actually said that it was a hoax and that the doll is like still there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Really?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I want to know who started that hoax,
That
though.
doll.
Who was like, you
I
know, it'd be
know.
funny.
You
We
know,
just start this rumor that the Annabelle doll got out.
forget that doll. Fuck that doll. I don't ever want to see that doll ever again for the rest of my life.
I love it. I
I will
love it.
definitely acknowledge that, like, my like rigid adherence to like, can I think through a logical explanation of that? I do think is like closed-minded in a way. Like I do, like I enjoy the process of going like, oh, someone tells me this crazy thing, and I try to think about like what could explain that. But it doesn't. I know that I'm not open to other people's lived experiences in that way. You know.
So are you PEMDASing the supernatural?
Hardcore. Supernatural or like conspiracy theories. I'm a big adherent to like the notion that like basically any conspiracy theory can be explained through incompetence.
I don't subscribe to a lot of conspiracy theories except for I leave a little window open for it.
Oh yeah, like I'm very much like, oh, I'm sure there's an explanation, but like I also believe in a lot of, so like I'm very much sort of in the middle.
I've gone heavy. I've gone heavy in Mandela effect. I've gone to heavy.
Love that. By the way, real career goal for me to be somehow associated with the Mandela effect.
I would
love for someone to be like years later, like, no, it was Sluka.
I went into this heavy conversation with Olivia.
I don't know, man. I'll never tell you.
I was talking to Olivia's husband about Mandela effect and about, we brought up this whole conversation about this whole pandemic. Is like we're in the middle of this purgatory, and I'm like, you're really speaking Catholic like vocab to me right now. I think you're right. We are collectively in a purgatory from the world as we knew it to what's coming. We don't know, but we're all in this weird purgatory state. And and the Mandela effect has something to do with it, for sure.
And then we'll go back and it'll be like normal again at some point. And it's like, that's probably not true.
I want to do a Mandela effect podcast
that we don't understand yet.
A Mandela effect podcast. All right, Dante.
Okay. Anyway, any more questions? You guys took us on one now. You guys took us on one.
Great questions. I mean, great questions.
They are so good.
Like, you should host this podcast that we're currently
So it's not exactly a question, but it's more like to Dante. So I was like late to the Avatar party. My brother introduced me, but I saw you and Take the Lead like when it came out. And I was just like, oh my God, I love this movie. And I didn't know who you were, but I was like, I love your character so much.
Oh, cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was an awesome movie. And I think it should be added to Netflix because like I'd like to watch it again.
I think it should be too. And we shot that in Toronto. We were in Toronto as a dancer.
I didn't know that.
And me and the crew, I convinced everybody it was a dance movie. And so we were all, and I'm a dancer. And so I remember explaining this is when we were running Toronto for these 3-4 months we were there, and I was telling the dance crew like this not dance crew but like the actors. I was like, look, we're actors, we all can dance. We're in Toronto. All the extras from the movie are gonna be from Toronto, but this is the deal. When they get on the set, they can't think of us like punk ass Hollywood kids coming to Toronto. So they're like, so what do we do? I said, what we do is we go out every night and we battle everyone in the city. We battled everybody, b-boys, hip hop cats, crump. We just battled. We went everywhere. So by the time the extras that came to the sets or were the dancers from the clubs were like, they knew us. They were like us. So we literally battled everyone in the city for like 4 months, like 3-4 nights a week. It was great. It was so fun. I love Toronto.
That would give me so much anxiety. See, it's funny because I'm like, oh, that sounds so fun. And if I actually tried to like do that, I think I would like have.
No, but you had a crew. We walk in with like 8 of us, so you weren't alone.
Like 28-year-old Dante, like how friggin'
yeah, I was up in here.
That guy wherever.
We were up to no good, and we met some. All of a sudden, like the first place we were at, we met some like rich kids from Toronto that bought us our first drinks, and I never bought a drink again the whole time of Toronto. And I was like,
that's such a Dante story.
Used to do it.
I literally didn't buy another drink the whole time I was there. I somehow got validated early, and then we were running amok in Toronto. Running amok.
I love it. Wait, was Antonio Banderas there too?
No, but he did send his bodyguard to.
Was he popping and locking?
No, Antonio didn't come out with us, but he sent his bodyguard to look after us on certain nights because he was just making sure we didn't get into too much trouble. And my dude was like equipped. I'm like, why you got all those weapons on you?
He's like, don't worry about it.
Also to make sure that y'all were professional enough to show up on set the next day.
Honestly.
It was all about 8 hours sleep.
Yeah, Antonio didn't want to go into like overage days, man.
We had nights partying in Toronto at Sutton Place where literally the car was calling us up like we're downstairs and we had not slept. We were like,
my God.
we gotta go.
All right.
Like, don't worry. I got like 3 lines today in the scene. I ain't doing nothing. I'm just gonna show up, do my lines, and sleep in the trailer.
Dante
But
still
also
works
that
like that.
fit your character too. You weren't like, it fits your character perfectly, like what you were doing.
Yeah, no, I love that character. Miguel Ramos. Yeah, he was fun. He was fun. I drew a lot from John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever for that character.
Oh,
Had a big picture on the wall of my hotel room because I don't know, John Travolta in Grease and in Saturday Night Fever, like that was my Grease. Like that movie, like dance, because I was a dancer before I was an actor, so like that movie was my personal Grease for me.
My personal Grease.
Yo, Saturday Night Fever. That's a messed up movie.
It's a messy movie. It's a beautiful. It's a great film. Great
I saw it for
film.
the first time as an adult. It's like a very interesting, compelling, but it's like so much darker. Like I think
so much darker.
Was growing up, I hadn't seen it and assumed
You
like,
think
oh,
it's
sort of
just
like Grease.
Yeah,
and it's
disco.
just nothing, but like,
No,
it's
so
it is
great.
a
It's such a great film. I
rough-
feel like John Travolta might have got nominated for an Oscar for the film. The character's really multi-dimensional, and then what the other crazy thing about the movie is, like, I was trying to explain to people like they didn't grow up that era. I was like, you don't understand. John Travolta was the best dancer in the world. Like before Michael Jackson came, and then Michael Jackson was like the best dancer in the world, like pop culture wise. But before that, John Travolta was Michael Jackson. They're like, what? I'm like,
That's so crazy.
yes.
It's crazy when you put it that way.
But he was. For us kids
Like,
growing up, we used to
yeah.
watch solid like Dance Fever because Danny Terrio was John Travolta's dance teacher, and John Travolta was the best dancer in the world. Like that's John Travolta was like Saturday Night Fever, Grease. John Travolta was like Michael Jackson. Crazy.
We hit 8K.
We hit 8K.
We hit 8K.
Okay, well we're gonna hit 8K. We're gonna do. Should we do the
Let's
scene?
pull up-
Let's do
Well,
the
yeah, let's
scene
pull up that scene.
backwards. You guys stay with us for the scene. Come kick it with us. We're chilling. This
Let's
is
do it backwards. That's
We
a
also
fun
got like a couple of drinks to do.
okay.
Oh yeah, let's
guys
do some
wanna-
drinks.
Bridget,
Wanna-
let's do it.
wanna
Let's
drink
do it.
with us?
Cheers with us. You guys have drink. Oh, look at you guys got the drinks with us. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I saw them come on
This is
screen
the
with
one.
those drinks ready.
Who we cheersing? Who we cheersing?
So first one we're choosing to is Evan.
Evan. Shout out to
Evan.
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 We have a cheers for AJ. Said shout out to Jack for the Water Tribe.
AJ.
Out.
Yeah.
No, I don't say out, dude.
Stop it, Dante,
Just
with
watch
the
this
out.
episode.
I
don't
feel
say
it,
out.
but he says you can go. But this means
the
out.
spirit of it is out.
But then he
it's
goes.
not- I don't need the out, dude. I'm not. It's not a Seacrest reference, you know.
just-
More powerful than the out.
Seacrest.
Alka's better than Seacrest anyway, so
Exactly. They understand.
Oh, someone said
that
that's
is the
your-
Mandela effect.
That's the Mandela effect.
That is
That's
it.
the
There it
Mandela-
is.
got it.
Dante
Dante's
right Damn,
going to
Dante's doing
contend for all of time that I say
Said
out.
Out.
It wasn't there. It was there.
And hey,
one
you
of
know
the
what?
cuts.
Honestly, did I?
You know, I've heard it
Let me
said
say-
out so many times.
Water Tribe out. That sounds pretty right.
I feel like it was
could
there
be
one
right.
time.
I
It
think
could have been
people should
there.
have conflicting opinions about
Jack,
Oh.
you are in the
No,
Mandela effect.
I
See
always
that?
know.
You are in the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I have a question. Should we somehow include our guests and they could read Aang and Katara and we could do a little bit of a longer bit with you and Ayasaka? Does that
Yes.
sound like
Oh
a-
yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, we
alright.
should.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know
that's
what's
yeah.
funny
by the way,
is
but-
that we did drama in high school, so
So here we go.
but don't expect anything great.
No,
Well, we
I
are.
set the bar really hard. Hi.
I need an
What were-
Oscar-worthy
Were you guys in like
performance.
arsenic and old lace? What'd you guys do?
I love
Uh,
Arsenic and Old Lace.
so like
You ever do, much ado
our
about
high
nothing?
school had a regional arts program, so we both auditioned. She's 6 years older than me, so she did it before me, and then
I'm so
it was
old.
me.
No, you're not. Believe me, you're not.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
And
are
what-
right, you're doing
Dante.
pressure.
What plays did you
Get
do?
the,
What plays did you do?
Get the transcript.
Okay, well actually she didn't get into any
Okay,
plays.
so I auditioned for everything and I never made it, and I was always so upset that I
and
never made
everything
it.
that I auditioned for I got into.
Well,
So-
our
Moment,
our
Caitlin,
sibling
you're gonna
rivalry
really-
is strong because he always made it and I never got it.
Damn.
Don't take
It
that
sounds like a
personally.
reverse Zuko Azula situation going on right now.
Yes, you got the flip
Yes.
side going
It's a
on.
little easier for gentlemen to
to get things in performance because oftentimes there are less of them auditioning. So do
I
not
think
take
that's
that as
a
a
comment, yeah.
personal.
Yeah.
And
I
there's
don't know.
always more.
Let's do the
roles
panda mouth on
to
that. Can we do the
guy.
panda mouth on that equation you
get
just
out.
said?
There are tons of guy roles
Kicking
in
you out
lots
again.
of plays and musicals, and there's like 12 men, 1 woman. It's like
You're right.
what?
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Fucking
Do we have
yeah.
the script? You guys have the
We
script?
have a script.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
wait,
so
hold on.
I'm
Um,
reading Toph. Michaela's reading Sokka.
Well, are we doing it switched or are we just doing the whole thing normal now with these two?
Switch.
We
We're
can
doing switch. We're doing switch.
We're doing switch.
Okay, great. We're doing
Caitlin and
switch.
Michelle,
That
you take
means
whichever parts you want. Dante, you'll read stage directions.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even look.
Giancarlo, what happened to
even look at the
Giancarlo?
chat. But like,
Giancarlo.
yeah.
Carlo is a
Giancarlo.
beautiful headshot.
Oh, there he is.
It was such a. It was a very beautiful headshot.
So wait, Caitlin, do you want to be Aang or
I was trying to
Katara?
record the screen. It wouldn't
I'll
let me record
be
the screen.
Okay.
Katara.
Dante has to say yes.
This is the thing. This is
It's
the PC
Dante's
computer,
fault.
and I never do anything on here that's like real. And now I
He
just
doesn't.
download something. I have no idea where it went.
Also, disclaimer, I've had a lot of Prosecco and I can't quite see properly, just so you know.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
That's
we're
what
talking
we
about
like to
anymore.
It's a cold
Here.
read. It's a difficult thing.
I'm gonna try to be impersonating Jack, and it's gonna be
Oh
hilarious.
yes,
Okay.
please. Oh my God, yes.
Michaela,
absolutely.
pitch me.
What was
pitch
it
me
called?
Toph.
What was
What's
it called?
Toph like?
What was it called?
Wait, so am I, eh?
Round
There's
it
a
back.
screenshot in the.
Think
In
who's
the
always right.
Is he?
Entitled.
okay, okay, okay.
I
Oh, I'm
can't read the
sorry.
stage. I can't. I don't know what's that. Can you read the stage directions, Bridget? Because I can't. I don't even know where. I don't know.
Wait, did Giancarlo? You maybe directed. This is from this episode, right? So you
Yeah,
directed
he
this. So
directed
why
it.
don't you read the stage
Giancarlo
directions?
has to direct
Where
it.
Yeah.
where is the stage?
Found it. I
direction?
found it. I
in the
found it. I
chat.
found it.
It's in
There's
the
Oh, it's in
chat.
the chat.
associated
Yeah,
Yeah, in
with
the
Zoom
chat.
meeting.
There's a screenshot.
Yeah, you got to look at that screenshot.
Okay, so
Oh, wait, there is?
Nah, you got cut, Dante. You're out.
I'm in the
Dante,
booth by
you're
myself
out.
on the side.
Yeah, you're
But I
in
found
your
the
solo booth.
thing.
Nope.
I found
Too
the thing
late.
though.
Too
All right,
late.
Giancarlo,
I
you
don't
do it.
see it.
There's
It's right
a
here.
See it.
We're
You've
cutting
got this.
Giancarlo.
It's right
in the
there.
chat. Here, I'll send it again.
No, it's in the
Maybe-
chat. Open the chat.
In the chat.
It's in the
I
chat.
see. Do we have a transcript? That's the last thing I have.
No, it says.
Oh, that's no, because Giancarlo disappeared for a second, so he might
I
have.
sent it
Oh
again.
yeah, she just sent it again.
yeah, I do see it twice in my thing.
Hop
All
down
right,
in
let's see
that
if it's
chat.
there now.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
starts
yeah.
with Katara, right?
Alarmed.
Yes.
It's those
I
three
don't
girls
see
from
it.
Amashu.
That's so sad.
Dante,
I don't.
shh.
I don't.
Oh, you know what? Is it because I'm on an iPad?
No. Yes.
Maybe.
Okay, we're
I'm gonna-
recasting
I'm-
again.
I'm back.
Giancarlo's
I'm
out,
back. I'm
Dante's
back in.
in.
I'm back in.
All
I'm
right.
back in. I'm back in. I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna just.
Oh my God, wait, I start?
Yeah.
Yes.
You got this.
No problem.
I'm trying to get up there. Okay.
Just share
I'll
your-
just remember how it went.
Yeah, remember.
Voice direct.
Hey, you
Exactly.
can jump in with
There you go.
notes,
There you go.
Giancarlo. You
Give
can
us
jump
any-
in if you
notes.
if
Give
you
us
got
any
notes.
direction if you have
If you want us
anything.
to retake it at any point,
Yeah.
we're ready.
Yes.
Do it. I'm just
Please criticize my Toph and her Sokka. Tell us where we
And can you call action, Giancarlo?
Oh,
Oh.
and action.
It's those 3 girls from Omashu.
Everyone assumes fighting its stances.
We can take them 3-on-3.
Actually, Toph, there's 4 of us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't count you. You know, no bending and all.
I can still fight.
Okay. 3-on-3 plus Sokka.
Toph earthbends 3 columns in an attempt to hinder the
Really
girls.
good.
However, the mongoose lizards
Really good.
merely leap over the pillars and continue their way.
Well, we wanted to find out who they were, and we found out. Now
But-
let's
but-
get out of here.
Toph earthbends a huge rock wall in front of the trio, cuts to Azula who moves her arms in a circular motion generating lightning. She fires the bolt at the wall, blowing a huge hole in it, shows the lizards as they clamber through the hole. Toph is clearly shocked at this point, cuts to May, who swings her arm, releasing a flurry of stilettos. Toph launches herself off a pillar. The darts strike the pillar, and I'm
So
slurring my
many
words.
high
She
heels
lands on
flying through
Appa.
the air.
Appa.
Appa, yip yip.
They manage to escape successfully,
Very
narrowly
good.
avoiding a blue fire blast. Cuts to shots of Azula, who lowers her arm and looks up at the retreating group. Cuts to a sleepy Appa.
Can't believe those girls followed us all the way from Omashu.
I still think we could have taken them.
Are you kidding me? Crazy with firebending and the flying daggers are bad enough. The last time we saw them, one of those girls did something that took away my bending. That's scary.
The scene cuts to a shot of the landscape, a prairie below, mountains in the distance. The sun is seen rising over the horizon as Appa soars past.
Oh no, the sun is rising. We've been up all night with no sleep.
Sokka, we'll be okay.
Are you sure? I've never not slept before. What if I fall asleep now and something happens? And something always happens.
Scene!
Bravo!
Wow.
Oh, beautiful.
That was
Good
amazing.
job, you
Straight
guys.
up exactly how I would have read that.
Okay. Perfect. Wow.
So that whole scene was the Mandela effect for me because I was like, wait, are you sure that wasn't Toph's lines and like
I know. It
maybe
sounded
Toph did
like
say
they
that.
could have.
I'll be real. My Toph is not far from my Sokka. And I was trying to I don't know how. I didn't want to go. I felt like if I went too absurdly high, then that's not your actual voice. Toph wasn't so ridiculous. You know.
Oh my god. That was
Perfect.
beautiful.
Also, I'm just stilettos flying.
What? Did I misread that word? What?
No, you did not.
No, that's how it's printed.
That's
I thought for a second, are those things called stilettos?
Maybe
I'm
they
just
are.
imagining, yes, tons of high heels.
yeah. We
As I recall, there's a much more martial arts specific word for the types of blades she threw.
Throwing
But
knives.
when the writers would write it, they'd be like, yeah, even throwing knives sounds better. But they would sometimes just
You know what I mean.
like you know what we're talking about.
Stilettos
Oh my
flying.
Michaela, you really captured the essence of when in doubt, squeak wildly.
Yeah.
Sokka's real essence is if you don't, beautifully study the script and make a lot of interesting choices, but then
Also, just go ah! I don't know. Yeah.
Oh good. Oh
Yes.
my god. Beautiful.
Beautiful,
Truly
beautiful. Yo, you
I
guys.
also kind of love Dante narrating.
Yeah.
Can we get like Dante to read an Avatar book or something, like an audio book?
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
Zuko?
Oh my gosh, yes.
There was an early concept. I don't know if you remember this, Bridget, about one of my social media things was for fans to send in their story for the day, and I'll
Yeah.
narrate their life
Yeah,
for the
I
day.
remember. I remember.
But I was like, it's a lot more work than we thought. It'd be kind of cool if I'd be like, and Vishay goes to the
Yeah. I was kind of
Starbucks to order a
that's
grande.
a lot of
Whatever story you said, then I'll
It's just cameo.
I'll just
Be an
I'll
option on your
narrate your
cameo.
day. I'll just narrate your day.
It was so involved. It was so involved.
It was so involved. I was like, I like
it's
the
not gonna
idea,
happen.
but this is too many moving
No.
parts for me to get this done. I barely can get any of my cameos done. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry if anyone ordered a cameo and I missed a few.
I literally was just pulling mine up. To check if I have one. I'm like, I know it's too soon. It's 1 hour. So
I got one done
Oh
1
my
minute
God.
two. 1 minute two. And I was like, I
Wait,
need to do
I've
it.
done
starts counting. It counts down the minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you never experienced that?
You never got to the minutes?
No,
Oh,
she's
it's
on time.
Oh no, mine are
but
always
because
down to
as soon as I
under-
get to 1 hour, I think that it's going to then just go to 0 hours.
No.
when it's done.
It says 40
No,
minutes.
it
It
does
says
minutes for you.
24 minutes. It says 7 minutes. I got to 1 minute. Like, dude, are you gonna do this person's thing or not? I'm like, I mean, I'll do it right now.
Hey, listen, here's the secret. I've gotten to 1 minute, and if you have the app open, if you're if you do it in the app and it knows you're doing it, it'll let you go
A little longer.
13 past
It
the
gives
hour.
you a grace period.
Yes. I have
Wow.
never not sent one, but I have gone I think 3 or 4 times in the 3 months I've been doing it. I've been just I pulled it up knowing oh shit, I had one due around 5 o'clock, and I'll be 5 minutes late, and I'll send it
missed
then.
it.
And you can send it. So I've never not sent one, but I have missed.
I've been out and
Something
about,
like
and
4
it was I have a few minutes. I'm like, this is not gonna work. I'm in a situation where I can't do a cameo at this particular place
Yeah.
that I'm at right now.
But you
And
can
so-
send it later. No pressure, Dante. I mean,
No, I'm not. I barely can get through what I got going on.
I got it.
Hey, Vishay, and how do I say Caitlin?
Caitlin, yeah. Sorry. Also, I just wanted to say thank you so much for letting us read in that, because this is one of my favorite episodes, because I love Azula and May and Ty Lee. Like their whole gang is like just like
I love and hate them at the same time. I love hate them.
Gang.
I like low key like sorry, but like I love how evil she was to you.
That was so Canadian. You just said sorry.
Don't be sorry. You don't have to be sorry.
I appreciate that. And B, I do have a strange love-hate attraction to all those mean girls in the real world also. I was like, those girls are kind of hot over there, and I hate all of them.
That's real.
That's amazing.
But I'll buy him a drink.
Also, he wanted to say like how he got into the Last Airbender really quickly.
Go, please come.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys. It was like, so I saw the show like a couple of episodes here and there, but and I only got into it about a year after our dad passed away. It was the first day. It was like January 1st. It was right after New Year's Eve. We came back from Toronto, and it was like 4 a.m, and everyone went to sleep. So I couldn't sleep because I was like a little kid. So I just turned on the TV, and it was a marathon of Avatar. And as it turns out, it was actually like the finale sort of marathon. So I ended up seeing the ending before getting into the whole show. So I mean, but I was like, wow, this is so cool. They're like fire bending and like earth bending, and it was crazy. So then right after the marathon ended, it started with the first episode, and then I was like hooked. And then, you know, like 10 years later, here we are.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Very cool.
Thank you guys for being such big fans and coming to join the show. I hope you had a good time hanging out with us for a little bit.
Yeah, this was really fun.
Yeah.
And I love your Aang and Katara.
Thank you.
Great to see you again.
Thank you.
And-
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you.
Goodbye.
Cheers. And you guys, everyone else, man, such a good time to be on this thank you guys for joining us on the stream as always. Well, we got more cheers.
Yeah, more cheers.
I gotta eat
I was like-
something.
I was
all
like,
I've
don't
had
say
is
your
a peach.
goodbyes
Donations
just
open.
yet, buddy.
The donations have been open. They've been
Yeah.
Now
slowly
come.
in.
Still, yes.
Who we
So
cheersing to?
a cheers to genocide.
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 Assets always.
Dear friend of the channel,
To the
Genocide.
person, but not the
Yeah,
concept.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
such a
genocide.
bad
You guys
word,
know
but
Jen.
but
Her name
genocide
is
in our
Jen.
mind is cool.
She's
but-
drawn photos for us. I don't know if you
She
guys
got that
saw.
lizard. She got that lizard.
She's drawn me and Michaela.
Yes.
She did a boy bear thing to, like, she's all
Dante,
the.
she's great.
She got that lizard.
She does. We get those. So cheers.
I
to
love
cheers.
it.
And then we have a cheers to. It says belated happy birthday to Giancarlo.
Oh, thank you.
When was your birthday,
I'm-
Giancarlo?
July 31st. That was.
It's very belated.
Very
Are we all Leos, or is Leo done? Like, are you
Virgo.
Leo, Michaela?
Virgo.
Virgo, which does
He's
not make any
Virgo.
sense to me, Dante, at all.
Don't worry about it.
He's a cusp, though. He's a cusp.
I'm a
Yeah,
cusp.
He's a cusp.
Yeah, I'm a Leo
She's Leo.
Virgo cusp as well.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm a
'cause there was a
Sag.
little.
Does that track?
What?
Yeah.
You're a
Do I
what?
seem
Sag.
like a Sag?
You're Sag? I'm a rising Sag, so there you go.
I'm Sag-aftra.
Don't talk to he's not into any
Taurus.
metaphysical. No. Yeah, I'm a Virgo. Definitely a Virgo.
Taurus.
A Virgo, Leo. I don't. Although someone.
What is your rising and your moon?
rising Gemini, moon
Oh.
in Taurus.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind.
yeah, rising
That's also
How
Gemini.
do you figure out rising? Is that
The
the
time
of
you were
day
Time you
born.
were born.
I
Yeah.
was born in time for lunch. Like
You
There
can,
you go.
that's
you
like
can
my
plug
claim
it
to
in.
fame.
Taurus. You're
online.
probably Taurus.
Yeah,
you might be
you
rising
plug it
Taurus.
in
You be
Like
tight.
I was like ready to eat.
There's a crazy app that I have. Have you been on the pattern?
The pattern. We're all on the we're on the pattern. Get on
Michaela,
the
have you been on the
pattern.
pattern?
No, I've only
No.
Get on.
Star.
Download
Join
the
me and
pattern.
Dante on the pattern.
Eerie.
Wait, can y'all do a reading real quick for my daughter? What's she gonna be like? She
I don't
was
know.
March 18th. What's that? And what's she gonna be
March-
like?
I don't
And
know.
she
You gotta,
was
it's a whole thing. You gotta do the app.
406.
you gotta give me some more time.
I will get it for you. I'll get it for you. 406.
Okay,
What
okay.
date? What date?
March 18th. What's that make her?
March
March 18th
18th is a.
That's Cancer?
No, not Aries. Before
No.
Aries.
Pisces.
Aquarius.
I think it's
Pisces. Oh, it's Pisces.
She's a
Pisces.
Pisces.
Yeah, I
Pisces.
think
She's a
Pisces.
Pisces.
She's a
Do we
water.
like that?
She's a
That's water. That's water.
Hey.
That's
Yeah.
water.
Hey.
She's a fish.
Yeah. What time in city born? I believe she was born in Los Angeles at what time? Sweet Mountain
4:06.
4:06
Is
a.m.
this it? The pattern?
Yeah,
Is
That's
that
the
what you're
one,
talking about?
Giancarlo. Get
That's
on
the
there.
pattern.
4:06 p.m.
What does it
4:06
do?
p.m. 4:06 p.m.
It tells you
It gives you like a daily horoscope, but it's not. They don't talk about horoscopes at all. They just talk about other stuff, but it's based on horoscopes. It's got to be, but they never talk about horoscope. But it does says some interesting.
It's a little terrifying. We'll be honest.
There is things that are terrifying.
Where in Los Angeles were you? Was you born?
No, but it's just a parallel of Los Angeles. I think it's just
No, it's fine.
Which hospital?
Cedar Sinai.
Not Cedar Sinai.
St. Joseph's.
Verdugo Hills.
Hold on, is Gabe Bosco watching? He's our big astrology.
Yeah, Scorpio Gabe.
Scorpio gang. God.
Am I giving out way too much information? By the way, we're going to be able to steal my daughter's. Am I dancing?
Yeah. And what's your daughter's social and blood type?
No, but it's an interesting app. We got a lot going on in this episode today. Recap of the episode, Bridget. There was Panda Math came back into full effect.
Panda Math made it come back. But by the way, we're not done cheersing people. By the way.
Oh my God,
Oh,
what are we doing?
we're not done. There's still a couple. All right, you're ready?
Hit him.
So after that, we did our belated for Giancarlo, and then we have some Nicole.
What's up, Nicole?
Seguenza.
Oh yeah.
Nicole
She's been on our IG movie cinema. Cheers, Nicole.
She gave she's a civil engineering major in Manhattan College.
Ooh.
And she also gave you guys a PEMDAS problem if you want to do it.
No.
Put it in there. Let me try so I can critique this again and learn more about myself.
All right, we're gonna drop it.
Throw it in the chat while we're doing the other ones. I'll
chat.
figure that one.
All right. And we have a Becky Ehrlitz said so Annabelle can do panda math. So it's more.
What up, Becky? What up, Becky?
Everybody's here for the panda
Salute.
math.
Well, you know what? There's a lot going on here, Giancarlo. We got math. It's not only Avatar here. You guys will get a math lesson, astrology lesson. We went to paranormal. We went to
Top's Bending Bible.
Bending Bible.
I love
want
it.
to view this.
We talked heavily on modern day playlists for the characters. It's been quite an eventful.
That's such a good question.
Quite an eventful episode of Let's Watch Avatar Party.
Yeah,
that was a full stream.
Giancarlo, I'm still fascinated on what this whole earthbending
17 minutes
DVD has. What
I
is
gotta have a clip.
Is that more Sokka ASMR?
Sokka, did you come through with something?
26?
26? 26.
26? I don't know. She didn't actually give me the answer.
All right, 26. That's my guess. 26.
I see a lot of 26s on there, but guess what?
I'm going with 26.
6 minus 2, 4.
No.
4.
Dante.
Yeah, dude. PEMDAS King right here.
What's the way to
I feel like I'm like what's that movie? What's that movie with what's his name? 23. What's
The Number 23 starring Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey where everything was 23?
The Number 23 is the name of the movie.
There you go.
Oh, that's right.
That's the name. Also, Nicole's mother is turning 51 tomorrow, so.
Hey!
Happy birthday,
5-1.
Nicole.
5 minus 1. 5 minus 1, Nicole's mom.
Everything is 4.
Bridget, what you think about that?
I'll think about the number 4 for the rest of the night, just for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for donating. We got to $8,000 today.
Did it?
We might get to 10,000 by next. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
We gotta
stream
get to
next
10K for Dante's birthday, guys.
And
next week.
Let's get $2,000 into that earth. I'm drunk. That Fire Nation.
You'll love to see
situation. But thank you guys so much for joining us out there. We appreciate it. I hope you had a great time. We had a great time. Signing off. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us, you guys.
I'm reading people's readings about my daughter, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Beautiful. Yes.
A lot of Capricorn I'm hearing. Okay, good.
Oh,
yes, it's Capricorn. It's actually after Pisces.
Yeah.
Okay,
Capricorn. Capricorn's
still going to be an emotional
Capricorn's
child.
Earth. That's a lot of Earth.
Lots of emotion.
There's going to be a lot of emotion. All right, anyway.
Oh my God, such a fun time with you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Let's watch After Party. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.